It's up to you.
Oh, okay. We are live.
There we go. This hangout is now live. Hey, folks, say hi to Mike Sagan.
Hello, guys.
M Sagan 75.
How's it going?
I don't know, but just you and I so far. Well, no, it says there's 3 watching. I got 5 thumbs up, so there must be somebody out there.
Sweet.
If you're out there, say hello. Hey, Keystone Stacker, how you doing, buddy? And if I remember correctly, he is in Philadelphia. John Hartley, how you doing, John? That man has some wicked cool coins. There's Scully. Josh Taylor.
Hi, Scully.
Got a few out there. Scully, there's an invite out there if you want one, buddy. Check your Gmail. You're more than welcome to come in. That's a fact, Jack.
You said when this?
Oh. Stacking AG just joined the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing, buddy?
Yep. How are you?
Hey,
Very
friend.
good. Just got the boys down and now ready to shoot the shit with Mike GPO.
Sit down and relax for a while. Hey, friend says, hi, Mike Sagan.
Hey, friend.
Man, I'm telling you, Mike, you should have seen William skate today, man. He went all the way from the red line to the goal line without falling down.
Oh, nice, eh? Yeah, once they get the hang of it, man, that's it.
Yeah, and we kind of got yelled at a little bit because when I learned how to skate, I didn't have a chair or, like, you know, the fancy things that they have now. My dad just, like, held the stick out with 2 hands, and I held on the stick, and I just pushed him. That's how I learned to skate. So I tried doing that with Will, and we went to a thing. It was just open skate. It wasn't open hockey. So the guy's like, "You can't have your stick on the ice." I'm like, dude, we don't have any pucks. We're not doing. He's using it to push me. They need to use the red things here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, man. We'll do our own thing here. You can have my stick for now.
Yes, sir, Snowflake. Yeah. What about if you had a stick with the blade cut off?
Oh, that would probably be a good idea. Yeah, I got plenty of those because my next project I want to do, I want to make like one of those hockey hand kind of, or like you screw a bunch of them together and kind of makes a little tripod, and then you put some little sticks going off at 45-degree angles so you can put your pads on there and stuff to dry it out.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to make. I should be able to make 2 sets for the boys.
I saw something made out of. Hey, there's Vessel. Hey, Vessel.
What's up, big brother?
Yeah, hey, Vessel. I think he was supposed to say, yo, dudes. Hey, friend says, hey, Stacking, how about that Minnesota game?
That was one of probably the funnest games that I didn't get to watch ever. Vessel was giving me the play-by-play. So we do our live chats. We do our live chats Saturday, right? And so the wife was a little, not butthurt, but I got to go over to Vulcan's on Saturday night, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's like, Sunday night, once the boys are done once the boys are asleep, we're just going to watch. She likes Top Chef.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? They should have no problem beating the Saints and then damn near almost lost. but won at the end.
Silver Saber.
Hey, Silver Saber.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, that game was a lot of fun to watch.
There's Silver Saber. I just got to get to the post office tomorrow. It was too damn cold today. It was like minus 35.
So,
hey, Philip Weaver, Christopher Sanchez, my bad on my other channel.
Sanchez.
What are you talking about, my bad? What did you do, Christopher? Oh, I know what he got drunk last night and he did a rant. That's okay. You're allowed. It's your channel.
Yeah, vent away, man. Christ, there should be no until YouTube says you can't do it, do it.
Well, you got a community strike for making a video about pork ribs or something, barbecue ribs, and he got a community strike for it. Like, what? Yeah, he got a strike for doing a video about barbecued ribs, I think.
It's crappy. What the hell?
Yeah. Were you drunk, Christopher, when you did the video? Yeah, you had a couple, I bet you. Yeah, it was funny. It was cool. And then somebody nailed him for a pick. He did a scratch, like somebody nailed him. Oh man, people just never forgive that.
What a bunch of dicks.
Seinfeld's fault. I would have straight and deleted that. Not even thought twice. Mike Sagan's given the post office some business.
Well, I was a little nervous because there's a little cutie that works in our post office, and she's like a fan of silver. So I brought in a little piece of silver that I poured for her. And I was like, that was when I sent my furnace in, and hopefully my furnace should be here this week. FedEx sent me a thing that I got to be here to sign for it. So,
Sweet.
But so yeah, I hadn't heard from the company. I sent it into Tabletop, like in between the week of Christmas and New Year's there, and so I hadn't heard anything until I called them last Monday, and I'm like, hey, what did you guys get my thing or anything? Because I was worried that she might have tried to keep it for herself and not sent it off.
No, it's just water with some Mio in it, Josh. That's all it is. What am I drinking? It's red water.
Red water.
Another one waiting for when that one's empty. I take so many pills. I gotta have water, and I'm getting sick of the taste of water, so I want the taste of something else.
See, and I'm not driving anywhere tonight, so I stole one of the boys' Kool-Aid Jammers Tropical Punch. The wild night here at Stacking Household.
Hey, what was the name of that scotch you were drinking? Was that Glenfiddich?
That was Glenlivet.
Oh, Glenlivet. Because I was looking, I got this, eh?
Oh, that's cool. That's
well,
great. Is that a British company?
Yeah. I got two of them. I got Dewar's. I have them on the desk so my arm doesn't get cold on the glass desk.
Nice.
Because otherwise my arm gets really cold. Especially the left one because there's no circulation in that one.
wait, that's not good though. Isn't that your heart attack arm?
My stroke arm, yeah. Silver Saver says, I love Glenlivet single malt. Yeah. Okay.
I would love to enjoy a glass with her.
There you go. Christopher says, I was drinking, but I was not alone. I was at my parents' house. Yeah, no, they're not big enough for that, Josh. Where did you get those bar items? Oh, man, these are old, Dave. These are very, very old. I got them from an old guy where I used to work who used to drink probably a bottle of scotch about every 2 days.
Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah. And he used to be, oh, man, now I can't even remember his name. He used to be the premier of Manitoba.
Oh, wow.
And he had gotten in a car accident after he retired, and he got a pretty good habit. So,
Wow.
but if I ever needed to drink a scotch, I know whose door to knock. I knew. He was the person in Manitoba. Around Winnipeg, we got this big ditch built because of the Red River, and it's called the floodway. And if the river floods, it all goes in and goes around the city instead of going in the city. And he was the guy responsible for that. They call it Duff's Ditch, and his name was not Duff, but something to do with that.
Duff Man, all right. Duff Beer, Simpsons.
Yep, Duff Beer, The Simpsons. Yeah,
Exactly what I thought of.
yeah, yeah. Damn, what was his name? And he always looked like such a big guy on TV, and I met him, and he was like 5 foot fuck all.
Well, that's just like a Sly Stallone there. You'd think like seeing him.
Oh yeah, he's like a
6'8".
And
Yeah, like a midget in real life.
Yeah, you know what? Tom Cruise is what, 5'6"?
Yeah, probably. So he's like a foot taller than a hobbit.
Yeah. That's about it. Yep.
And nothing against short people. We love
Uh,
big, small, tall.
Short people. I don't know. I watch videos on YouTube. There's this guy. His name is Randy Santel, and he's a competitive eater. And when he eats, he kneels at the table. And usually, when the people bring him his food, he's about as tall as they are when he's kneeling on his knees.
Holy shit,
Oh,
man.
he's like 6'11" or something stupid. They like big, tall thing. Unreal.
But then the champion, I can't remember what his name is, the dude that eats all the hot dogs, like Kamuji or whatever. He's only 80 pounds and like 5'2".
Yeah, he's a little guy. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like there's got to be two of the worst ways I would think to make a living. One would be MMA because you're getting your ass kicked every day, and the other would be a professional eater because those guys don't get to enjoy food. They have to shove it in their gut and then puke it up once the competition's over.
No, they're not allowed to puke. You lose.
No, once it's over, they do.
Oh, well, this guy, he says he doesn't, but I don't know. Hey, Corn Dog, how you doing, buddy? Corn Dog 42. He's over on Steam It with the rest of us.
Yeah, corn dog.
Yeah, I'm never going to forget. Duff Roblin, that was the guy's name. Just popped in my head. Premier Duff Roblin. Hey, Grenadier, how you doing, buddy? Yep, that's why they called it Duff's Ditch. Hey, Hidden Numismatist, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, you never really want anything bad named after you, do you? Like,
No. Philip Wheeler says, picked up a couple of Republic of Chad 2-ounce Ramses the second, couple of Ramses Afterlife rounds the other day. Nice round. Yeah, those are nice rounds.
Yeah.
Silverback Stacker, Blacker Stacker. Yep, Silverback Stacker says, join Steam It, you fools.
Trying to.
And he does good videos, that guy.
he just did the song there.
Yeah, the Pitbull. Yep.
Yep.
I'm not even
job on that song there, Silverback Stacker, man.
I'm not even gonna.
To be a jukebox hero.
That's the one. Yep.
Yep. Except a pit bullion silver.
Yeah, he does it good too.
He does an awesome job, man. I love it. That's why it sucked that he got flagged for it earlier. Had to take him down.
Yeah, look at that. He just put 4 letters in there, and I figured out what he meant. PYVM. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Remember to tip your waiters and waitresses after the show. T-shirts for sale for $20.
What's your opinion on games such as Battlefield and Call of Duty that use the subject of war to make money? I don't play games.
I like Call of Duty. I like shooting zombies. That's kind of fun.
That's Stack and AG. I don't play games.
You don't play games at all. You're all business, Mike.
I'm too old to play games. And if I had an opinion on it, it would only be my opinion. So I'm one of those people that believe if you're not involved in it, you don't have an opinion, or your opinion doesn't matter.
No, but everybody does have an opinion, and you should be able to voice it if somebody's asking you. You should feel free to give your opinion. But
I was always of the mind that opinions are like assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has one,
and most of them stink, don't they?
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't like getting involved in drama, so that's why I don't make opinions on stuff like that. But hey, if that's what they want to do nowadays, that's right.
Well, and it's kind of the world that we're moving into. I mean, everything now is electronic or digital. So,
I mean, who doesn't have one of these sitting in front of them?
right. Well, or just think about the transition from Atari to Nintendo to Sega to PlayStation to Xbox to. I mean, we're not too far from virtual reality, like full blown virtual reality, kind of like the stuff that they had on Star Trek. You know, when they go into that room where they could make the room however they wanted to and stuff.
Yep.
The hologram room, maybe, or holodeck.
Oh, and Star Trek, yeah. Oh man, wouldn't you love to have one of those?
Well, I can't imagine we're too far away from it.
That's kind of like how pilots train is something like that.
Okay.
Like a virtual
simulator kind of deal?
Yeah.
It would be too cool. Silver Vessel says, I have a Wii I use for Netflix only, yeah. The last gaming system I had was one of those Ataris, and they had the little square joystick that came, a little black, like a single little joystick.
Yep.
That's
the one
gaming.
The one red button on it.
And it probably would be worth a lot of money, including.
I think they are.
Like even if I had the first computer I had was like one of those Commodore 64s.
You know what? Yes. And the thing about that, my mom had one for us too. I went over there last weekend and kind of helped her do some plumbing there. And I asked her, I'm like, Mom, do you still have that Commodore 64? And she's like, No, I think I got rid of it.
Yeah.
Damn it, we could be mining Bitcoin right now with it.
Yeah. No, I remember that my ex-wife and my two oldest daughters, I think they spent about 2 weeks punching in zeros and ones in that Commodore 64.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they all came running. Oh, come and see, come on. And I thought, what in the hell? So I went and looked, and they hit a button, and a little stick man, I think, he either sat down on a chair or got up from a chair. And it took him like 2 weeks to do that, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There, Slacker Stacker says I had the VIC 20. The Commodore VIC 20.
What's going on there, Slacker Stacker, my brother? I'm gonna hopefully finish up editing this video here after Mike's chat for my trade with Slacker Stacker.
No, we won't keep him too late. Because I don't plan on being too late. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do yet, so. And I'm trying to keep up on the chat side.
Just a little something to say hi to the folks, the fans, their friends.
Oh, we got 16 people watching. So.
Beautiful.
16 people got nothing to do. Well, 16 plus us 3.
And I told a friend, and he told a friend, and they told a friend. That's like 4 people.
Yeah, there you go. Slacker Stacker says, working after you busted me. That's okay. As long as your boss is not, well, maybe tell your boss in the other room and we'll have 17 watching.
There you go. And tell him the thumbs up, too, when he turns it on.
Yeah, tell him not to forget the thumbs up, yes.
I already did, okay.
Gotta get your bar done. I'm searching all coins in another window. There you go. Another snowstorm. Apparently, they're getting some snow in Texas. I got this text message from some whiny guy in Texas.
I like your charm on your necklace there, the Vulcan axe.
Oh yeah, hey, my Vulcan axe, yeah. Because it did. I wanted to show it off because it didn't get into my Steam It post there. I always forget that I got it hanging around there.
Yeah, man, that was a beautiful post on Steam It.
I'm not done yet. Global warming. Corn Dog says, "Don't tell me how to live my life."
You will do what we say, and you will like it.
Yes, and you will like it right away.
Or we'll tell Pitbully on you. Na 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 boo boo.
Pops is sledding and ice skating on his pool. Yes, I bet you he is. He's probably not real happy either because I think he kind of likes his warm weather. I know Slacker Stacker likes his warm weather. So Silver Vessel says got quite a bit of snow today, and it's still coming down. And you know what? We're not getting nothing. No fishing? Oh, you didn't catch anything, Christopher? Damn. I forgot all about that. He was going fishing. Going to the reservoir to catch some trout that didn't get caught, apparently. It's 47 here, cold. What was it? Minus 26 here, Mike?
Minus 26, yeah.
Yep, there. Oh,
Going down?
yeah, it went up a degree. Now it's only minus 25.
Oh, heat wave coming through.
Heat wave.
Yeah, we're minus 12 here.
Jesus. How do you guys do it? I don't understand.
Hey,
Carhartts.
Stacks.
Carhartts.
The poor man Stacks says we might get some snow tomorrow in Alabama.
Jesus.
It's just, it's one of those off winters where the cold reaches down further than it normally does.
Well, and I think I can't remember. Maybe it was Suspicious Observers is one of the channels that I watch. I think he was kind of saying, or BP Earth Watch. One of them was saying that we're kind of heading towards a like mini ice age.
Well, yeah. So, the Earth goes through side, and the sun. We get closer and farther away from the sun as we go through the universe too.
Yeah, well, and the sun has like solar maximums and solar minimums, so I think it's like a combination of a solar minimum, so it like the sun isn't quite as active or is as hot, and because I don't know, like there's people that think planet Nibiru is coming back into our system and like messing up, throwing the Earth off its axis, and pole shift. And
look, it was coming through a wormhole today. They were stacking 80. Oh, damn it!
I saw that with that
was a cool picture.
The sun dogs.
Yeah, there. That's
cool. That's
the Borg coming through a wormhole.
That's the bear actually coming back to talk to us again.
Well, I saw in a video today that I think Silverback Stacker was talking to him. He's pouring silver.
He is. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay. Everybody can take a sigh of relief.
Yep, and he's got an invitation, so instead of lurking on the outside, he can just come in here and say hello.
Yeah, he's just been super, super busy at work, and I think his old man's been kind of cracking the whip on him there a little bit.
Oh, hey. That's what you got to do to your... You know, Mike Sagan?
Yes?
I'm going to believe that you actually use that fishing pole behind you one day if we see you on a video and it's in a different position. It's always leaning on that door like that, eh?
It's holding the wall up.
Ooh, salmon ball and big salad. Oh, are those fried salmon balls? Salmon balls. You. Baked salmon balls. That's gentler on the salmon that way, I guess, a vessel. Dude, that's global warming to death. 57 in Bullhead. So my dinner was good tonight, man.
It looked like you were the Clean Plate Club.
Yep.
That stir fry looked delicious.
Oh man, hey, I know how to cook. This is body by food.
You would have made a great man and wife, you know that?
I know, but no thanks. Nope.
You clean too?
Yeah, not very good though.
No.
I have a cleaning lady that comes in every 2 weeks, and don't take offense to her, please. Hey, Junius Maltby, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, Junius? I just he had a great video here today talking about.
I am so far behind on everything. Not even.
Well, I like to watch the video on YouTube and then comment on Steam It, so it's like it's a double whammy for him.
A friend says soup and salad followed by this bottle of beer. Go, bro.
Yeah, let me since you are kind of our resident coin guy, I should probably pick out a coin to show. I just got one in the mail.
There you go, Junius. If you want to jump in, grab that quickly, like. If you want to jump in, no pressure. Because I'm not good. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, there, if you want to jump in and grab that. I put it up there and I always forget to click that stupid blue triangle. Oop, I heard a clink.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. That was a good clink.
A Colonel Clink?
Hey, there's Junius. There you go. Okay, let's remove that there. How's it going, brother?
I'm here.
You're here.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday.
This is a double whammy. I got to join Sal earlier today also.
I know. You're making the rounds, man. You're pulling the GPO.
Yeah, I'm just going around jumping in on lives.
Hi.
How's it going? Yes.
Good. How you doing, man?
Good, thank you.
You look like you're working on something.
I'm getting my packages ready to go out tomorrow morning.
Excellent. I see a fishing rod behind you.
It's just for show.
Oh man.
You were just busting his chops on that. I told him I believe he used it if it moved the next time he was on a video.
Like it was in a different spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, other than just leaning there.
It's got the dust pattern around it if you move it.
Is that a bait hanging on it, Mike, by the way?
Yeah, that's my my rubber worm.
Okay, that's what tipped me off because that worm never moves. Eh?
I have the appearance I'm an outdoorsman.
Yeah. Hey, that works. I have the appearance, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah. It was cold out today, but I'll tell you, I had to go mail a package today, and right in front of my building, there's a bus shack. And in that bus shack, sitting on the ground,
Whoa.
there's that. There was that and that.
Jeez.
And oh, the nicest one was this.
Hey, crap.
Just sitting on, like, I'm pretty sure they're stolen, so I'm gonna have to just give them away or get rid of them or do something because I can't keep them. But just sitting up there on the ground. I mean, the criminal must be incredibly smart because you can see the bottom of it's all rubbed here where he rubbed the tarnish off so he could read the EP label. But the idiot did break the handles and the lids off of them all. So. Oh, well. Yeah, I wish it was 925, friend. I brought him in before I looked, so I maybe end up just, yes, Christopher, they are. I looked them up on Cornstacker G.
I probably flipped over a million different little silver artifacts at flea markets, yard sales, thrift stores. I've never found one of solid silver yet.
Nope. Nope.
I wonder where it all went because, at some point, I mean, there was a lot of it in history.
Yeah, it was all melted probably.
Yeah. Actually, what's really, I've got a spoon. It's, we use it in our little salt to spread salt on things, a very tiny spoon. And it is 925, and it was made in like 1820.
Yeah. I used to have, I don't know, anybody older will remember what a toast rack is.
A toast rack?
A toast rack, where in the old days, when you had breakfast, your toast was put in a rack, and you put your own butter on it, eh?
Okay.
This rack I had was 925 silver. And
oh, man.
Disappeared one day. I'll probably have my children to thank for that.
What year do you suppose they quit doing 925 silver? Silverware, cups, plates.
When it got expensive. I would think back in the 30s or 40s when silver was like still fairly cheap, but it got expensive. But when silver was, the price of silver was way, way, way up there. Not that long ago, it was like in the $50 range. I would imagine that's when most of it got melted because it was just worth it to melt it. Ooh, look at that.
All right, so I had, let's see.
We're going to put you on the big screen, Stacking AG. There you go.
So I've been a big fan of these for a while. So these are the Legends of Asgard series.
Oh, nice.
So this one, first one of the series, this is Odin.
That's nice looking, man.
Yeah, it's crazy how high that relief.
Oh, yeah, look at that, eh? How's it going, Beach Bum?
Oh, pretty good.
The lizard on the back, but
yeah,
Awesome.
well, she's on a lot of stuff. Look at that. Yeah, that is pretty high relief, eh?
So that is Odin. That was the first one. And then the second one they came out with was the Valkyrie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's some badassery right there, eh?
The Valkyries would take the Vikings once they died up to Valhalla.
Yep.
Oh, right on. There we go. We
Yeah.
learned something.
Yeah. Take them up there so they could fight and eat, you know.
Let's see. I better. Where is this? All right. So then we got this guy today from Italy because the company that now makes these is no longer in the United States. It's over in Italy.
So you got to go off continent to get them.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the Nordic series from?
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yummier. And the cool thing is that I've been part of the program, whatever, so all my serial numbers are matching. So the third one of the series is all matching serial numbers.
That's good.
Very nice. So this is like the official unboxing.
I'm giving you the official unboxing here.
Nice. Look at that. I like those boxes.
They are beautiful boxes here.
Where'd you get the Legends of Asgard stuff from?
Where did I see it first? Honestly, the first time I saw it was on what the hell's his name? Silver Slacker, is that right? The dude that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was his channel, and then so that's when I ordered up Odin, and I think it was First Coin Company that I went through.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think First Coin Company is around anymore. So they might all be made in Italy or minted in Italy, but anyway, the company that's selling it is in Italy. So here is the little fold deal that comes with it. Let's see. Put that one down. Put that one there. The Father of the Giants. I suppose people can come back and pause it. We don't necessarily need to. Should I read it or?
No, pause. Let them pause the video if they want to read it. You go ahead. Do whatever you want. What's your serial number?
1070 with a mintage of 1500.
Wow.
So it's kind of a lower mintage, I guess.
That's a beauty.
Damn, look at that.
No, that's pretty awesome, man.
Oh, man, that is nice. Sweet. Those got to be what, 2 ounces a piece? I didn't read more.
They're 3 ounces.
3 ounces. Okay, there you go.
A high relief on them.
Yeah.
3 ounces, and I think it was like $129, maybe something like that.
Pretty awesome.
$113. So I mean, it's got a hefty premium on it, yes, but it's a very unique coin, and like the mintage of 1500, I guess, is kind of what I'm hoping for is going to help keep its numismatic value.
Right. And hell of a presentation, too.
How new is that series?
I want to say 3 years. I think they do one every year. So if this is the third one, so 3 years old.
Wow. Nice. Very, very nice.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just typing something.
That's okay. You're not. We're not ignoring you either.
If you heard the clicking in the background, I thought you might hear me like click, 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 clickety clack.
I'm pretty much deaf, so that's why I'm yelling. I had a great day today, says Silverback Stacker. Took my first profits from my attempt at crypto investing. Did very well. So I'm going to keep doing it. There you go.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, Vessel, that clamshell you showed, yeah. It was kind of like the one you had there, back in AG. And he had a really nice coin, too. I must start.
You can unpresent me, Mike.
Oh, I could do that too, eh? There we go. There's a new crypto called Corn Coin. You might actually get a package tomorrow from Modern Corn Mart. There you go.
Oh, well, if you want to, you can go back to presenting if you want to. I can do this.
Okay, what are you doing now?
Modern Coin Mart sent me this.
Oh, that calendar, eh?
Wow. That's cool.
That is nice, yeah. I wonder if Silver Bean Counter gets a box of those.
Oh, Stacking AG.
Yes, sir.
One of I forgot to tell you this. My son, who's a Lego fanatic, diehard Lego guy, he's fascinated by your building block. So I pretty much gave it to him. It's his in my safekeeping, but it'll be his.
I feel honored, man, because my boys are really getting into silver too, and I poured them a Spider-Man and I poured him a Captain America.
Nice.
Dude, he loves to come down here, and I said you can play with it in the silver room, but it stays down here until you get older. So that's very cool that your kids love it, because I mean that's like that post I did on Steam. It's like that's kind of the whole thing that gives me, like, I'm a grown up, I'm a grown ass man, but I feel like I'm a kid at heart, and I love to do fun stuff. And my boys are right at the age where Will's getting really good at puzzles, so we're doing puzzles together. So that's where I thought the puzzle idea would be cool for pouring that. And I mean, I've always loved Legos, and both boys are into Legos, and we just got Will a Connects kind of building set and stuff like that. So it's really getting to be fun as far as the toys that they're interested in now. They're past the dolls, and we're having Nerf gun wars, and we're just having tons of fun with them.
Hey,
That's rad.
Silver Bean Counter, Taz, how you doing, boys? Sorry, guys.
No?
Taz.
Go ahead, Junius.
Oh, nothing. I don't know. I probably made a weird monosyllabic grunting sound because I'm tired.
I can't even say that word, and you're saying it fast.
Very articulate that man is.
Monosyllabic.
Monosyllabic.
Oh, there you go. See, I told you.
Monosyllabic, yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, I was just talking about Silver Bean Counter and your calendar there from Modern Coin Mart, and he just showed up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I've been following him on that gold coin from Modern Coin Mart.
That's a cool calendar, man. I'm trying to get me one of those.
There you go. That I figured would be right up Junius's alley right there.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is really cool. I like that. That is. Let me see the back. I'm trying to read it. It's not clear enough on my end, but that's pretty cool.
COIVCONDINM. Yeah. It's from let's see. The guy's name was CARAUSIUS, Carasius.
Crassus, he was the wealthiest man in Rome. You should read about how much precious metals that guy stacked.
Crassus was a man of considerable talent who rose to humble origins to receive command of the Channel Fleet.
I think he actually owned his own military after one point. He had so much wealth.
It says here, when a warrant was issued for his arrest, the new commander believed that the only chance for survival was to stage a revolt, using Britain as his base. After forging agreements with the Scots and the Picts, P-I-C-T-S,
Yeah, that was.
Crassus defeated the army of the Roman governor Quintus Basanius and absorbed many of those soldiers into his own army. I'm sure because he was able to pay them well.
Yeah.
A unique and unpublished coin struck from fresh dies between AD 286 and 297.
So those are struck from dies that they found. Are those or no?
No, I think they're saying that they were dyed between 1826 and 286 and 297.
Oh, cool.
Dies.
It says this fascinating piece is one of the first denarii of Caesarius known to exist. A coin.
So that's an original coin there that you're showing us?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Roman coinage is really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Minted in London. So if it was mint, no, maybe not. Then if it was minted in London,
I'm wondering if they're restrikes.
Must be.
If they found dies and then hit them.
No, they don't. They don't take too kindly to. They wouldn't put out restrikes or Roman coins.
Yeah, that'd be rough. That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's too many real ones floating around.
Yeah.
There's your other one. I figured you'd love there, Junius.
Oh yeah.
I think the Picts were from Ireland, weren't they?
That's true silver porn there. You like the one before that, the unicorns?
Yeah, it's nice, man. I think originally the Picts were Irish, weren't they? From Ireland?
Scotland, I think.
Scotland, yeah. The unicorn of Scotland.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Big Laurie's rolling over in his bed now, Beach Bum.
Yeah.
We'll give him a second here to finish off. Go ahead and finish off. You got 2 more seconds. 1.
Hey, friend says, hey, that's my 78cc.
So was I mistaken? I thought they were only doing the silver Krugerrand once, but it sounds like it's only the platinum they're only going to do once here, according to this.
They're going to do another one this year?
I heard that they were going to do another silver one, but according to this thing, it says the world's first, last, and only platinum Krugerrand proof.
Huh.
What do they want for that? Like $400?
Yeah.
$295. So goofy. Their price. I don't understand why they're charging so much for the silver Krugs.
Well, this is the platinum one, though.
Oh, the platinum one. Sorry, I was thinking of the silver one.
$40.
Well, that's kind of how I started the thing, because I was under the impression that they were only going to do one silver Krugerrand.
Yeah.
But now I've heard that because it was such a success, they're going to do more of the silver Krugerrands. But
I wish they would do them in a rough, like a bullion strike or whatever, and then just sell them for as close to spot as they can get them, kind of like the Silver Eagles. Because I wouldn't have any problem buying a tube or 2 tubes of those.
Oh,
I'm gonna get me one.
Aren't the Krugerrands about $40 now? They're getting pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming way down.
They're going way down. Yeah. Down to where I can afford them.
Yeah.
How's it going there, Go Bear Bunny?
Hey, Julius, I watched that video about the $2,000 gold. I don't know. You think it's going to go up that much?
Oh, I have no idea. That's that was a conversation a buddy and I had. I could see 50. I told someone earlier today I can see realistically 15 plus 1550, but
yeah,
he's a very bullish dude with it, and he cheers it on. But he's also one of those guys that he spends quite a bit of time looking at charts and comparing historical trends, and he ties in a lot of other stuff. He'll look at oil and then international finance things. And
I doubt it.
but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, there's a
I
good look.
think there'll have to be a lot of different events that transpire in order for that to occur.
Yeah.
I think
It'll get
15's realistic.
in about 100 years.
I mean, if we blow past 1350 this week like it's nothing, there's going to be quite a bit of interest. I mean, it's already defied a lot of the bearish trends and a lot of the bears that were. I mean, there's people that were claiming this time right now, at this particular moment, we'd be looking at $1,000 gold. I mean, I knew they were wrong, but
Yeah.
they just didn't realize how much they would be, I think.
Well, and I think the Harvey Dents of the world were calling 600 even, weren't they?
Yeah, those guys are those are the dumbest. They can't base that on anything realistic. It's they're as dumb to listen to as people that are calling for $100,000 gold. I mean, there's insanity on both ends of the spectrum right now.
Totally.
But the guys that are saying $600 gold, they can't prove it. They can't come up with any data or any evidence to suggest how that's valid.
You guys notice how much they've been downplaying silver? Because at this time, whenever the Brexit hit, gold was way up, and so was silver at 20, and now gold is up at 340 or 1340.
1340, yeah.
Now silver's still down at 17, so they're jacking.
Yeah, silver's it's like a rubber band being stretched right now, I think, and it's when it snaps, it's gonna wake a lot of people up. It's gonna sting for some people, but it's gonna go. I mean, you might start seeing it do 50-cent dollar days here.
Yeah.
I mean, it really, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It has to wake up and react. It's like this little sleeping, boiling, angry volcano.
It's still way down compared to what gold's gone up, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the ratio right now. It's closed at 1690 in the international zone, 1691 today. So right now we're looking at a 79 silver gold ratio, 79.
So sticking with that ratio now, earlier on Sal's chat, it might have been Oki or Sal, or maybe in the comments, but somebody was saying that it might even been you that like precious metals aren't investments.
Yeah,
and I would tend to disagree with that in a way that if you buy in at silver at 75 to 1, when the ratio is going to get back to even a 20 to 1. I mean, it comes out of the ground at a 10 to 1. It should be at 10 to 1, but even if it goes to 20 to 1, I mean, you're the gain from the 75 to 1 to the 20 to 1. If you sell off, then aren't you theoretically making a crap ton of money?
Oh, it depends. I mean, my personal rules, I sell it at 40 or 38 to 1, but it happens so rarely, and it's, you have to look at the events that you're in at the time and your state of mind and what other factors, but that's when I've dumped it. And I don't know if we're going to see 20 to 1 personally. That's my personal assessment and belief is I don't believe it'll get that low or that narrow again.
I think it has to, just the laws of average. I mean, there's
a lot of things that should.
Underwater for so long.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like we talked about in Sal's chat today, though, the world is so much different in the fact that other people might care and monetize it or have value of these things in other parts of the country. But you look at the first world nations and I don't even like to use that term, but you look at the UK and Australia, the United States and Canada, and a lot of Western Europe, and people don't give.
Hey, I'm in Canada.
Yeah, Canada. They don't give two poops about metals, man. They just don't. We're a small group of people. You look at the turnout here. You got 21 watching. If we were,
I like silver.
Yeah, we like it, but there's just not a lot of people out there that are like us, that like metals in general, and they don't value them. And you've seen the what's his name? He does a lot of those in-your-face videos on YouTube where he tried to sell that $20 gold piece on the street for $20 and no one would give him money.
Mark Dice.
Mark Dice, yeah. Perfect example. I mean, that guy's tried. He had he did one with like 100-ounce or a 50-ounce bar of silver. Have you seen that? He's standing there. It's like the size. It's a loaf of bread.
The one I remember is he had the 10-ounce bar for a Hershey bar.
And there you go. And everyone was taking the chocolate bar. They wouldn't take the silver bar.
And he was
And he
standing
never-
out front of an LCS while doing
He
it.
never does that shtick outside of America.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about that guy.
Well,
Is he never does that unless he's in America.
And it would be a lot better if he was not so condescending and just kind of smug about it. It's like
Yeah.
I appreciate where you're going, and it's like it is humorous, but in the same aspect, it's like you should be doing a better job of maybe trying to
Educate.
inform a little better. Yes,
Exactly. I don't know. I've just gotten to a point now. I think the pendulum has swung so far that it would take a lot of momentum to move this the other way. And aside from us transacting at our own microeconomic level and exchanging metals for our own goods and services, I don't see a whole lot of change taking place where they're monetized unless forced out of absolute, almost like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. We have to burn the whole system down in order to get these to rise up and have a roll again.
and in order for that to happen, we need the military to not be on the side of the government, because until the government loses the military's support, we can't do anything, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, like this is not going to be the first century that lacks a world war of some kind.
Well, we might lack a world war, but we've been in perpetual war for the past 20 years.
Yeah. We haven't seen anything yet, though.
Now, is it going to be because of a North Korea issue? Is it going to be because of an economic issue?
Oh, no, man.
Nope.
Those guys couldn't launch an Estes rocket. They're not even that's all. Like, that's the thing about everything. It's great. It's like smoke and mirrors. Anything you see in the news that they're telling you it's a problem, you can automatically discount it as not one. It's something else. It's like, look over here, look over here, look over here. While you're looking over there, there's something else going on.
And that was my exact second reason, was that, so if Kim Jong Butlove gets rid of his nukes, we're going to do what we did to Gaddafi. We're going to do what we did to Saddam and go in there and basically take out the dictator.
Yeah,
So,
the guy they don't even have electricity or food.
Well, and the 5 soldiers that defected, they all had like worms and anthrax antibodies in them, and just like those were supposed to be his higher ups, and they were in piss poor shape.
Yep.
So now China does a lot of business with North Korea, and I think that they use North Korea as a proxy the same way that we use name your Arab influence over in the Middle East, to stir up that hornet's nest over there. So they want to keep us pissed off at North Korea. Meanwhile, they continue to build those islands in the South China Sea, and for 2 things: military and natural resources.
Yep. China's on their. I mean, they're having their own economic problems when it comes to debt, though.
Okay, now, and they are, but in order to counterbalance that, they took the debt that they bought from us and basically built those cities that are all basically up to date now. All the infrastructure is good, so they have basically all brand new factories, facilities, warehouses, business, whatever you name it. It's all set up over there. Meanwhile, they're slowly dumping the U.S. treasuries, getting rid of it. So it's kind of like they're almost dictating or calling or showing their hand what they're going to do, and yet we just ignore it. We just got the war drums beating. We need to keep going to war, and it's like, but by doing that, we're going broke. We're putting billions and billions and billions of dollars into a military complex system that isn't necessarily making us safer here.
War drives the American economy.
It does. Yep. Halliburton and Blackwater and.
Yep. Name me a decade in the last 150 years America hasn't been to war.
Yeah, we're the only ones going around invading everybody, so I don't know what everyone's freaking out about.
World. And I'm not anti-American, don't get me wrong. I love America.
Oh, man, no worries here, bro.
Right.
There's been a lot of foreign policy debacles, and it's definitely done for nefarious reasons. I mean, you could talk about this stuff all day, but you look at the neoconservative movement here in the United States and how they hijacked the Bush administration. I mean, here he had a humble foreign policy, non-interventionist foreign policy when he first ran for president. And then, you can get into whatever conspiracy theories you want. 9/11 happened, and the next thing you know, we're kicking down the door of the hotel those guys stayed at, because that's a really good analogy I heard someone say once, is the Taliban guys that we went after, or the terrorists, they were Saudis, right? The guys that committed 9/11. And they were just staying and seeking refuge in Afghanistan, and then we go over there and bomb their country to heck and spend 15 years there.
Yep.
That's like if a guy robbed a liquor store in your neighborhood and he went to a Motel 6 in another town, and your police department showed up there and shot the entire hotel up he was staying at and burned it to the ground. It's like
just pulled a David Koresh on the place.
Yeah. I mean, the hotel and the other occupants, they didn't do anything. Those guys just happened to be staying there. But whatever. Our foreign policy was done for it. There's a whole lot of reasons, and you can look up the goals, the project for the new American century, renewing America's defenses. You can look up all those documents. It has a list of countries in the year 2000 that they outlined needed to be invaded, needed to be toppled. And on that list is Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. I mean, it goes on and on.
I think Iran was on there.
Yeah, Iran is on the list. And it's funny because it's a playbook. It's like if you saw a football game and you had the entire playbook for the other team, you know what they're going to do. And these guys, these neoconservative movement, the neocons, whatever, the Wolfowitz, the Cheneys, the guys that are tied to Halliburton in the Defense Department, Donald Rumsfeld, they all had connections and plans to do this. And they're still entrenched. They're still very much a part of the DC scene and think tanks, the Defense Department, and their plans are still ongoing.
Well, and you're forgetting the whole reason why all this happened. All those countries that they had to go in and invade, those 7 countries.
Oh, resources, oil, bro. Yeah, like Cheney said, it's not our fault. God put our oil underneath their land.
Where'd you guys look for weapons of mass destruction?
They didn't have central banks in their countries. We go into these countries, we invade them, and now they all have central banks. The only 2 countries that don't have central banks are Iran and China.
And they did jack their gold.
North Korea, I'm sorry.
They took the gold from Iraq and they took the gold from Libya. That's right. Libya. I forgot. Libya was on the list as well.
Gaddafi had that place he was doing reservoirs. He was making that desert a flourishing area.
Yep.
Hey, AG Ender, how's it going, buddy?
We went off the deep end.
Well, that's all right. We just kept talking anyway. People are turning in for talking. We showed
some
silver. We showed some silver. We're all right.
I talk like that around a buddy sometimes, and he's like, "You're just a Debbie Downer." He doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to know what's going on, ever.
Those 7 countries that Trump last year put the kibosh on people coming from into America.
Yes, sir.
The ban on.
Yeah, and everybody started crying and bitching and stuff about all blah blah blah, and he hates the people from those countries. Did you know that those 7 countries were the 7 countries? No, Trump didn't do that. It was the deep state, but those 7 countries were the countries that didn't play ball with the IMF.
I'll believe it.
That's why they got put on that list, because they were punishing them and they didn't play ball with it economically.
And I'll take it one step further, because they called it a Muslim ban, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The 3 biggest Muslim populated countries were not on that ban.
Exactly.
So,
it's just IMF. It's all money.
Yes.
It's always money.
Yeah.
It's the banks, man.
It's only
the banks.
Oh yeah. On a side note, I do think that in 2019, next year, when the final Brexit thing happens, I think things will shoot up silver and gold like it did last year when they did the preliminary thing, pull out of Europe. I think that next year is the final vote for the Parliament for the Brexit.
I know they would be crying their eyes out if gold shot up, because what was it, Gordon Brown's bottom, 2006, 2002-ish, somewhere in there, right before gold went to 2000, he sold off half of Britain's gold holdings.
Canada too. Canada get rid of all their stuff.
Yeah,
crazy. They sold it for nothing. I understand too.
I think Mike was just waiting on a check that week. Otherwise, he was going to go down there and put in a bid.
I guess Canada kept all their gold enough for the royal mint, for the mint and stuff, but they sold most of their gold off. I don't understand that.
That's because the American government told us to.
Probably.
See you later, Slacker Stacker.
See you, man.
Hey, have a good night, Slacker Stacker. Be watching for the video. It's coming.
Yeah.
See you, man.
Seriously, Canadian politicians, if they get a chance to line their pension fund, they're going to do it in a heartbeat, and they all do. So.
I was just going to say they all do. I know Franken was
they're all liars.
Franken was waiting to resign here in Minnesota. I think he had to wait until after the Christmas break to get his full pension.
Yeah.
That's always holding out.
Yep, that's why he was holding out. And I think because part of it too, these allegations haven't really gone anywhere with Trump and the ladies and stuff like that. And I think the whole Democrats' plan is to they're willing to throw a few of their own under the bus to drive a sword through Trump and try to get him impeached. So and they realistically only have basically this year to do it. If they don't do it this year, we're going to be talking about the 2022 elections anyway, or 2020, whenever the next one.
Not going to happen.
Nah.
You couldn't. If they couldn't impeach Bill Clinton for all the garbage he did, there's no way they're not going to. They don't have anything. Bill Clinton had a line stretching around the block.
Yeah.
I don't even call them accusers of victims, women that he accosted, molested, and raped, and committed heinous acts to, and just complete debauchery. They have nothing.
Well, and
nothing
I think
like that.
Several of these women have also already came out and said that they've been paid to give their statements.
Yeah. The Democratic Party is in shambles. The DNC's broken and done. They're invalid. They're completely marginalized. They have no power or authority, and now they're just a bunch of crying babies.
They were, but their savior. You didn't see their savior the other night?
No, you got to kick them while they're down. That's what I believe. You need to take them to the ground.
Oprah Winfrey. That's
she's
their
nothing.
savior.
When they're on the ground, you keep kicking them.
Yep.
Kick them until they don't wiggle no more.
I agree, but they're already. I mean, okay, they were off with the polls and stuff like that for the whole election, Hillary and Trump and all that. But I mean, I could see there being enough liberal, or not. I shouldn't say that. I should say just left wingers that want their world back, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want the first woman president, and she's got a whole lot of cards in her deck that she could. I mean, she's sitting with a full house, if not a straight flush.
She's worth $2 billion also. She's got to keep that going too. You
guys should elect poor people. At least they're going to be crooks when you get in there.
Hey, I had a pretty good idea. How about this? It's almost like a lottery. But in order to instead of having an election for a president, think of this, because it costs so much money. Everyone can buy the office by running for president, and there's always the whole pay to play thing. What if in order to you get your name entered in the hat, but in order to do so, you have to take some form of a test. I mean, we can't just have anybody in there. But basically, it gets down to the level like you and I or Mike could pass it.
Like that.
It's on the Constitution, the branches of government, and how everything works, the Bill of Rights, but somewhat at a simple level. I would hope high school level. And there's a drawing, and it's a lottery, and they assign the leadership role because the office of the president should hold so little power anyway. that you should never be in danger by having somebody different in there. That's what the other branches are for.
Right,
you know,
executive, legislative, and judicial. Yeah. You have those three to keep balance.
And then you just, let's say it's stacking AG, your name comes up.
Yeah.
You get 2 or 3 years in there, and you do what you do, and that's it.
Hey, how about this law? How about if you have never held an office before, you can't be president?
If you've ever held what's that? If
you have never held an office before, then you can't ever be president. That allows just people who have held offices before, even down to a state level, can become president.
Yeah, but I'm a plumber and I want to be a president, though.
Well, you could have run for your own office, I guess, and then run.
Yeah, because honestly, if you're going to make a change, it does happen at the local level.
Yeah.
I could handle being mayor. Mayor stacking AG 47. I'd have a silver round in every hand and pot in every house or something like that.
Pot in every pot.
Do we have to call you Your Honor?
You know what? I like that. Yes, I would like to be called Your Honor.
Yeah,
that makes me think.
CNN is such a fearmonger, man.
You don't want to be a politician. You're like me. Your conscience would get you.
Yep.
Either that or
whoever wants power should not have it.
Yeah, no, my conscience would get me if I was a politician.
I just want to be the Secretary of the Treasury so I could go to the Fed and do an actual audit and say, here's what we got.
The honorable stacking. So I don't mean to get off topic, guys, but Mike Sagan is on the side chat there, and he makes these lovely little things, and I promised him some free advertising tonight. So
let's check it out.
Everybody go order a monkey's head from Mike Sagan, and get some bananas too. He does have bananas too.
That is a cool looking logo bar.
It is.
Thank you.
And it's really cool because it says that on the back too.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It says Mike GPO if you can't see it. That's
there you go. No, not really. Your
camera.
Your Android doesn't work very good.
Silver supplement camera.
That's the set.
Until the end of next month. Then I'm going to have a silver supplement camera.
That's the set.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Hang on, Mike. There you go. Keep there. You're on the big screen. I'll shut up now.
That's the set.
Nice. Hey, look at that. I'm getting bananas.
That is a nice pour, bud.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool looking. All right.
As soon as I get some Legos made up, we'll do a trade.
Oh, sorry. Hang on, Mike. Oh, back again.
New AKs I'm doing too.
Oh,
yeah, that looks good.
There, see, people can do the same objects as other people.
3 ounces.
Not worry about stepping on their toes.
It's just over 1 ounce.
How much?
Just over 1 ounce.
Really?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think Scully's are quite a bit bigger than that, and
yeah, he's got a bigger scale than I do.
And I think Rick's metal are quite a bit bigger than that too.
Hey, it's not the size of your gun; it's how you shoot it, right?
That's right.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Damn bum.
I got you, didn't I?
Yeah, that was right on the end of my tongue, waiting to come out. Darn.
That was at work. That was at work the other day, and these buddies of mine. I said, everything gets said. I'm gonna say that's what she said.
Yeah.
They're getting tired of it after about an hour.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So, Junius, have you had a hard time, easy time, not really any time finding the balance between like YouTube and Steam It and all that?
You mean like doing? What do you mean by balancing between the two?
Yeah, because it seems like in order to really be successful in Steam It, you have to, I mean, be pretty active as far as
Yeah, it's
or
yeah, I hear you. It's difficult. I still can't figure it out. I mean, honest, I tried to like I tried posting videos on there the other day,
Well, and
and it is so broken and fractured and impossible and dysfunctional. I just gave up.
I saw that. That was a good rant there on the Steam It.
Yeah, it's just
about the D-tube and all that.
It just didn't work. It just doesn't work. And if they want you to put videos on there, they want to have some form of a competition with YouTube.
I saw a post by Golden Arms today that had a video on it from YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, I've put my videos from YouTube into Steam It, but Steam It has its own D-tube thing.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to put videos in there.
Hey, Mike Sagan?
Yeah.
Can you read that message I just put up there? Silverback Stacker wants to know how much the pair, how many ounces together. Sorry, guys.
About 3 ounces total together.
How many? You broke
about 3 ounces total.
One more time.
Between about 2.5 and 3 ounces.
Okay, there you go, Silverback Stacker. See you later, Corn.
See you, Corn.
Yeah, put it on the big screen. Yeah, I thought.
Hey, Corn Dog.
Big screen. I took them off the big screen. 2.5 to 3.5 Silverback Stacker.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I tried starting up on old Twitter because some people on here and other YouTubers were like, "Hey, man, just get on Twitter and start tweeting and tweeting." And I was like, "I'll figure it out." And that's kind of interesting little place to be.
Well, and it's all time consuming. I mean, you try to throw in work and like trying to do family stuff and husbandly stuff and
yeah, it does. That's why I do take breaks, and then when you take a break, sometimes you get people wonder where you went.
Yeah.
The first time I ever took a break from YouTube early on in my channel, there were people that thought I got abducted by like the CIA. It was crazy. I mean, I came back. I hadn't been on the internet in months, and then I logged on, and there was like conspiracy theories. People thought I was, a slider door van pulled up and stuffed me in there. And then a guy actually made a video. Where in the world is Junius Maltby?
That's cool.
That's cool, though, yeah.
Yeah, at least they cared. I felt touched by the fact that somebody cared. I disappeared.
Well, and that's the thing is like, I love the people and the community of YouTube here. There's like so many great people, and they, like I became best friends with Mike GPO and Vessel and Vulcan and Pitt and Bear. It's like I can't imagine what my life would be like if I didn't have those guys in my life, because I never had like I moved around a lot, and then my parents got divorced. It was even more moving, and so I never had like that childhood friend, lifelong kind of friend kind of thing. And then so it's like the friends that I'm making in my adult years, more of my are like-minded friends, and the more of how I see life, and they're friends I think I've made for life.
That's awesome. Yeah, same. I feel the same way.
Yep.
I've got a lot of close friends on here, and one of them in particular, Paladin Stacker. We've been doing quite a bit over time. I've had him on lives, and he's become a really, really close friend, and just someone that I've been able to talk to quite a bit. And even you, Stackin, AG, and Sal, and Mike. It's just like not only engaging in the lives, but exchanging coins here and there, and just logging on and seeing a friendly face, hearing a friendly voice, and just taking a break from other things.
Yeah, totally.
But also learning. Like I've learned, you learn a lot. Like I learn a lot from every single person here. Not just, there's like everyone has their own little niche that they're good at. And
I'm the same way, man. I watch a lot of people's videos. And I like to comment on a lot of people's videos, and I like people's videos. I learn a lot from everybody else, so that's why you see me comment and watching. I enjoy it because I learn so much from other people. You know, it's good to support a lot of people's channels and what they have to say, because that's why they're putting their stuff out there. They want to talk about what they have, and there's so much, all the different coins and the coins and poured silver and just everything involved with gold. I just learn a lot from everybody. You know.
Yep. Juniors came back.
Or like in your case too, Beach Bum, it's like you get to share multiple loves of yours. Like you make awesome hot sauce, and out of that you're able to trade something that you've put your blood, sweat, tears into, and then you're able to trade it to me for a Lego that I was, well, you didn't necessarily. Oh yeah, we did trade, didn't we?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna get 2 more from you in the making.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as my furnace comes, I got 3 pounds of clay coming. I got probably 20 ounces of silver to work with. So I'm Legoing it out, man.
I just lost you guys for like 30 seconds.
That's what she said.
I don't know where you guys were.
Yeah, no, you dropped out and then you came back again.
That's weird. No, you guys dropped out. I was here the whole time.
It's the government, man, CIA.
You know what, you were talking, Stack and AG. Like before I started doing this, I like the first time I ever went on a live chat, I was scared shitless. And then I just thought to myself, well, you know what? Nobody can reach through that camera and slap you in the mouth.
No, I can't.
Yeah, the hell with that. So I'm
not scared of you guys. I'm just afraid one day I'm going to get a knock on the door, and they're just going to be like, so you need to come with us.
Yeah. No, when I go on live chat, my door is locked.
I'm like, man, I didn't even have time to set my sandbags up and put a mag in my rifle.
There you go.
I set up for that.
Silver supplement says I can. Yeah.
I'm just worried if I ever come home one day and I forget to, unset my claymores, I'll get smoked.
Had a good old wooden Louisville Slugger waiting for me across the door. Somebody comes in, so.
Hank does a good job of barking for me. So Hank never really barks unless he feels threatened. So he doesn't bark every time people come to the door, but he knows when to bark, because there's been times that he has barked when people come to the door.
Yeah, when people hear that dog barking, they think twice about stuff,
Totally.
Oh yeah.
And that is a great first line of defense, because they're going to move on to a house that doesn't have a dog before they try to.
Put a sign on your driveway. Don't worry about the dog. It's the owner you should be scared of.
Yeah, beware of owner.
Yeah. Then they just go around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, knock on wood, my wife and I, we worked pretty hard, so we've been able to get a place where we got a little bit of separation, and
that's good.
Yes, I was lucky enough. I got a little peek today, and that guy's living the life.
I tell you what, when you come down to the pouring party this year, I got a guest bed you can stay in.
Okay. But yeah, he just took me on a little tour of his yard. And he's got a yard, which I got a view, he's got a yard.
Right.
And I'd rather have the yard.
I don't know, man. So we got about 6 inches of snow last night, and I wanted to get the driveway done before the wife kind of drives on it, because once you drive on it, the tracks get in there, and then it's hard to get it with the snowblower to get off there. So
screwed then, yeah.
Hey, Junius?
Yo.
A friend says, put a toggle switch in your M18 Claymore firing wire.
I should, huh? That'd be helpful.
Yeah.
No.
I even got I got a distance I should set up at. I can always put a little blind in like 600 meters away, so when they're stacked up on my porch.
Like cordwood.
Oh, yeah. They won't even know. I won't even, hopefully I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, is that axe you got on your chain there? Is that a Vulcan? Did he make that?
It Vulcan. Is. That's a Vulcan custom pour, yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he got the he poured it with the bale on it.
Oh, okay. That's cool looking, man.
I keep forgetting. When you wear stuff like that, I just forget about it.
Yeah.
I never show it to anybody. It's just there.
You're just blinging like Mr. T, but just on a silver scale.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I can feel this thing poking me in the back of the neck. And that's, oh.
Yeah, next live chat, he'll have about 30 or 40 silver chains on, you know. Like Mr.
Hey,
T.
I did that. I have 3 good-sized silver chains, and I got a couple more danglies. I had a see you later, silverback stacker.
See you, Silverback.
Take care, Rockstar.
I have a shark's tooth from Bernie.
Yeah, I got that one too. Yeah, be a Mr. M is what he'll be.
Oh, where I don't even know where it is. But it's so sharp. I woke up bleeding once, and
That's
that
pretty
was
sharp, man. Yep.
I don't wear it anymore because I don't want to bleed. But it was it's pointy. He did a good job on those.
Yeah, I got one of those. Sharp, man. That point's sharp.
Yep. Yeah, are sharp. Oh, damn. I'm doing the on thing. That's not you guys, it's me.
Oh, don't start.
Me too. I got to work tomorrow, so I'm probably going to turn in.
I don't have to work.
Yeah, it's 20 after 11 in my place. I'm going to take off here in a minute.
It's only 20 after 10.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. I'm going to punch out too.
All right, Jimmy.
Hey, yeah,
Thank
good talking to you, bud.
I got to go set my claymores.
All right.
Man.
Good talking to you, man.
Yeah, good talking to all you guys. Take care now.
Yeah.
Take care, brother.
Okay, good night, Colton, Scory, buddy. And it goes in the mail this week, so you'll be expecting it in the next week or two. You know, Canada Post.
I want to make one more bourbon and Coke before I go to bed.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, gotta be up early in the morning.
That sounds good, minus the Coke.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have some bourbon Coke with a slice of pecan pie before I go to bed.
Ooh, there you go. Some pecan pie and some bourbon and Coke to wash it down.
Oh,
Yeah.
goddamn. Pecan pie is so good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
put that into my video today. I figure people might want to see some of that pecan pie.
Did you make it?
No, I bought it at Kroger.
Don't worry, Hidden to Miss Matista. He'll get them.
It's good though.
It's so good.
Ooh, Glenlivet.
I'm
Look
going
at
to have another little glass.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
I like scotch.
Man, I still got half a bottle of Glenmarnock.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Single malt.
Yeah, that's stuff. That single malt's much better than that blended crap.
And this is bourbon.
It's blended out there, so. I need to buy some cow.
Scotch drinker. Corn dog says, man, I miss pie. You and me both. But probably
Cheers to you.
fine.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Ooh.
And Michael doesn't drink, so we'll excuse him.
There you go.
Stack and AG can have another shot for Mike.
I'll have some. Guys.
Term.
I'll drink some coffee.
What's that?
I said I'll have some coffee with you guys.
Oh, at this time of night? Good Lord. If I had coffee at this time of night, I would make a whole pot so I can have some for all night. I would never go to sleep.
I'm normally having my coffee about this time before my men's league game.
Yeah. A little wake up. Ooh, yeah.
I usually fall right asleep as soon as the head hits the pillow.
I wish. A friend says, I'm retired. I may go for you if the snow stops.
All right, congratulations on being retired, friend.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
My dad loves it.
I don't know. I've worked my ass
Trade.
off hard, and I beat my body down working. So I'm looking forward to in 15 years when I can retire.
Hey, swag. And what's the? Did you see what Monkey Swag wrote there? Oh,
What do you write? I don't have the
I
chat
don't
there.
have a chat either. Instead of saying hello, he writes parole. PRRO.
I'm so Ronry. Oh, so Ronry.
Wrong. Hey, you fat the boy. You don't come back anymore.
Yeah, that was a great movie, Team America World Police, where they had the puppets and Kim Jong
Oh yeah.
Il, whatever he was.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna take off. I got to get up early, so it's good talking to you guys.
All right, beat you up. You take it. Hey, there's silver supplement.
Good night, Beach Bum.
Yeah, man. See you in a second. See you, Mike. See you guys.
You
All right,
bet.
man. Have a good night, brother.
All right, man. See you later.
Exit Beach Bum, enter Silver Supplement. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
What's going on, fellas?
Taking off. See you guys on the chat.
Yeah. See you on the
Monkey
chat, bud.
likes embracing his Asian. Ah, you're allowed. Whoa. Who's that? Can't be me. They quit now.
It was probably me. I was plugging in my speaker. Sorry about that.
It's over now. Yeah, I was echoing big. Oh, Christopher says in America now you can't retire. You keep working after retiring.
Nope. I am at as soon as I turn 55 in 15 years, I am done.
You got a plan?
Yep. I've been saving money. Well, we both have 401k. We have a financial advisor that we've been putting. It's like a full-term life insurance policy, kind of savings account kind of deal.
Yep.
I got my silver. Oh, and I'm probably going to win the lottery here next week.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't want to win the one that's like 500 million. I'll keep it modest. I'll take a $40 million.
Do you know how to spell my name properly?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're good to go then.
But funny thing that those checks just keep getting lost in customs. I don't know what the hell happens.
Right. So how's it going, Supplement?
It's going good, guys. Feeling good to be having a day off, and
How does it feel to have a day off finally?
yeah, feels pretty damn good, Mike.
Good. Yeah, I watched was it Part-Time Preppers video. They were pretty stoked.
Yeah, I'm happy that they were that they enjoyed it.
Yep, that Geiger bar, yeah, they were like really happy. Like he was
Yeah,
saying,
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I got a spot there in their
yeah, he said, well, we got this one, we got
special
this
box.
one. And he skipped over that one, and we got this one, and got this one. He said, now we got this one.
Yeah.
Happy. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good folks.
Am I stuck on I got Stacking AG because I clicked on them, I guess.
I like that slide there,
What you know?
Stacking.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I know. I was trying to copy you there.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, how did you get Stacking AG's poster? But it was Stacking AG.
What do you think of that, Stacking?
Oh, there you go.
I see your rock, and I raise you a piece by the bear.
Well, this rock came from you, so I'll see that rock, and I'll raise you a Metals Mafia piece by the bear.
Ooh.
There you
All
go.
right.
I've got a rock just like that, and I have a plate just like that made by Stacking AG47.
Yeah.
Look at
And I'll raise you a gold Jolly Roger by Scully.
Ooh.
Now you're just showing off, Mike.
That'd be enough betting.
All right.
Yep.
Here's my wood pour by Vulcan
Yep.
to go
I'd-
along with your gold. So here's my gilded gold pit bullion.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
There you go.
Call.
Now this feels
Hey, friend.
it feels like a supplement kind of chat here. I mean, it's just beautiful stuff
that?
on a CCT slide.
There you go.
Oh, yep.
That's what I like to see.
You got to put
Great
somebody
minds
on
think alike.
so everybody can see it. There we go.
Oh, that is a badass sword.
There, show us that Vulcan pour again, Stack at AG.
I would love to show that
It's that
because
time of year, man. He's going to have to make another one for this year.
I say, isn't it just about time to make a couple of those?
it's funny that this makes the shape of like a middle finger, and I can't think of anybody who deserves the middle finger any more than the tax man.
You got that shit right.
Nice.
I got a nice big fat tax bill right now for my property.
Ooh.
That's not good.
I know this might not be popular, but I kind of like it at income tax time because I get money back.
Well, you've paid in plenty to the system. You've worked your ass off. You should get entitled to some back. That's fine. I don't have any problem with you getting what you deserve.
No, it's just when you work your ass off and you pay in miles to the system, and then they want you to, at the end of the year, they want you to pay more.
They want you. They want more.
They want more. What I paid wasn't enough.
Yep. They got to get more. You still got some left.
Well,
you want more.
How is that family down the street going to be able to watch the Kardashians if you can't help supplement their cable bill?
I know, dude. It's a damn shame, ain't it?
You know what? That's just like here in Manitoba, in Winnipeg.
Pick a destiny for you.
You know, their Uber and Lyft are trying to come into this city, and they want the Manitoba Public Insurance Corporation, which is owned by the public. They want them to subsidize their auto insurance.
What?
So they want the public. Uber and Lyft want the public to subsidize their auto insurance so they can do business in Winnipeg.
Wow.
And they were on the news today basically saying, well, if you're not going to give us a subsidy, we're not coming. So I just kind of waved at the TV. Goodbye.
Sorry, Mike.
That's great. I got to get Big Brother in here, though. I think that's.
Oh, you both got one of those tax men.
Oh, yeah.
Vessel bars.
You guys are confusing me, man.
I don't have butt cheeks in the background, though. That's the difference.
There you go.
He's always going to win this one because he's got all those nice butt cheeks in the background.
I bet you've got to pick a destiny, too.
Yeah, he probably does.
And actually, not only is mine different from his because mine says Stacking AG47 on the back.
You poured it yourself.
I poured it myself right next to Pitt. Pitt was holding my hand and I was holding his ass.
Whoa. Yours says 2.8 on it.
Because mine was a little deeper than his.
His is 4.
Oh, then mine wasn't quite. He pushed his in further.
Yours is not as. Yeah. Yours is more like a pick.
It looks gold too.
Well, I did the eyes. Whoop. I did the eyes with the warm liver sulfur to give it that black effect.
Oh yeah.
And then I did the rest of it with the paintbrush with just the cold liver sulfur to kind of give it that little bit of rainbow toning around there.
Okay.
That looks pretty neat.
That does look cool.
You know what I want to get gold? Bam. This right here.
Ooh, that would.
Dragon, yeah, that would look cool.
Yeah.
Get a gold
Rick's or the
dragon.
bear?
What's that?
Is that Rick's or the bear?
This is the bear.
Yeah, that's the bears, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that is the bear.
Nice.
The bear.
This is Rick's.
There you go. Okay, yep.
Rick's is, I was going to say Rick's is just about as big as a belt buckle.
Rick's is more wide.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Where Bear's got more of like the length on there, I think.
Girth versus length, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's what she said.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Oh man.
Yep.
I think you got one of these. Don't you got a dented Pit Bullion Kit Kat bar?
No, I don't have a Pit 5-ouncer yet.
Oh, I thought you had the dented one.
I don't have a Pit Bullion Kit Kat bar, but I do have some Kit Kat bars. And I have this kick-ass Kit Kat bar right here from Hi-Ho Silver.
Ooh, that is a nice bunker bullion there.
And you had me.
Look at this one.
I thought you were actually coming out with a Kit Kat chocolate bar. Yeah,
Look at the bottom of this thing.
that is wicked.
Wow. That's a nice pour.
Poured in folded paper.
It's like that kind of Kit Kat. Look at that.
Yeah. Loaf.
A Purdy. That's a Purdy one. The beautiful ripple on the top. He's got some sweet bars, man. I gotta tell you what, Hi-Ho. He I know he really rubs the hell out of his bars until he loses skin on his fingers. You know what I mean? He gets a little bit, but he's got some molds just like Pitt, or Pitt has some molds just like him, or whatever, the old school, you know, the cast iron molds. I really like that. I like the cast iron molds.
That's one of my bunker bullions.
There you go.
3 or 4 ounces stacking AG?
4.85.
4.85.
I got, what else I got from Hi-Ho? Let's see. I got this Purdy bar. Here's another one. Got this Purdy 8-ounce.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And that almost looks like, well, it looks exactly like a Atlantis Mint or any of those other ones. Those nice big ones. What's Slacker Stacker got? Is that Atlantis Mint?
Atlantis Mint.
He's got a bunch of them. He had them in a box. He just did a video.
Oh, yep. His were Atlantis Mint. Yep.
Yeah. There's Silver says Bunker Bullion's pours are always top notch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just wish he made some little ones so I could buy one.
He does. He's got bunker babies.
Yeah, but groups of 4 or 5. I want one.
Here's my other.
I'm gonna email him.
Bam.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I got a bunker baby.
I like the top on that.
Yeah.
That's
This one's 3 1/4.
Yep.
I asked him for 100 gram, but he doesn't do requests. But he gave me this one's pretty damn close.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice looking CCT slide there.
there you go.
Yeah.
Corn Dog, you and me both, buddy.
The perfect platform.
Corn Dog says, "You know, I live my dreams vicariously through everyone's collection."
Buy a little at a time.
That's right. I got all this a little at a time.
But I'm doing a little at a time.
Sometimes I get lucky and I get a little bit more at a time.
Oh, hey, supplement. Did you see this stuff?
What is that?
I went out. I took a bus today to go out and mail a package. I went out to the bus shack. There's a coffee cream, a sugar bowl, a coffee pot, and a water jug. All plated silver, just sitting there on the ground.
It was sitting on the ground.
Inside we have bus shelters, and it was sitting inside the bus shelter.
Wow.
So I figured, well, hell, I'm not leaving that sitting there. Hey, Slacker Stacker, are you home yet?
Mike, we need to get one of these, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. End of February's coming.
This sword is one of the coolest pieces.
You could put that handle at the other end and call it an axe.
Yeah, you about damn could, couldn't you?
I sent you an invitation, Slacker Stacker. It'll be in your email. You're always welcome.
I have a request. Let me see. I have a request out to Louis. So I should be getting a bar from Louis at some point. Probably not for a little while, but he's a little backed up. But
a Strat?
No. Nope. You'll have to wait and see.
Ah.
You'll have to wait and see.
He sounds like he could be a radio DJ.
Who's that?
Louis. Booze and Louis?
Oh, yeah.
Got the perfect radio voice.
Yeah. Got a pretty good imagination, too.
Yeah, he always comes out with really, really cool shit.
Yeah. Like, it's completely different from everybody.
Yep, I love it.
That, the last giveaway you had that corn dog one, I believe. That meteor thing?
Oh, yeah.
Freaking cool. I would have liked to won that.
Yeah. And if it's not his bars, it's, he's got a lot of people are creative, though, in the community, though. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
When Louis sends a package out, he collects those novelty cards.
Yeah.
And always there's one of those in the package. And he custom tailors it to whoever's getting the package. It's really cool. He does it.
Yeah, I kind of got away a little bit from my garbage pail COAs. I kind of just do those now when I do the Legos. But if anybody else kind of orders a piece, I send the regular.
I got an
COAs.
Alan Trammell.
Yeah, because that's your. Oh, I shouldn't say you. Where you?
Well, I'm not from Detroit, but I'm in Michigan. Yeah. Sorry, I tell everybody I'm from Michigan.
Okay, no, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I tell people I'm from Minnesota too. It's not like
Minnesota. They got dolars there. Dollars.
We take our boat out.
Yeah, they take a boat out. It's spendy. It's spendy.
I got
a lot of dollars.
Kid, but I got one. I'm missing one stack in AG.
From where?
Well, you sent me a Montreal Expos one. I'm gonna have to go through all my papers now. It's got to be in there.
No, that's because I think before I did garbage pails, I was doing baseball cards.
I know, and I can't find it.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
I'm missing one.
You gave it to your grandkid to use as a spoke in his tires on his bike.
Oh, I don't freaking think so.
No. Like I'm going to ask some of you guys stuff because you guys are all from areas outside of Michigan, and I find it interesting. When you think of certain states, you think of certain things, right? You think of Wisconsin, you think of cheese. Yeah, you think of cheese, you think of the Packers, right?
Yep.
What do you guys think of when you think of Michigan?
Detroit, cars.
I was gonna say either like car plants, like Ford Motor Company, GM. Which one were they both in Detroit?
And
yeah, they're both from Michigan. Yeah.
Okay, now don't take this the wrong way either. Black people.
And don't take it the wrong, because I was gonna say my other thing was Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
That's like Motown and Ford.
You think black people when you think Michigan? What does that mean? What does that mean, Mike?
Well, Detroit.
Oh yeah, a bit larger city. Yeah.
Up here in where I live, you hear anything on the news from Detroit is about black people, and it's the way the news is up here.
Oh yes, yeah. I understand what you're saying, Mike. You're fine, buddy. You can say that. That's all right. It's fine, dude. To be honest, if you look at the size of Michigan, lower and upper Michigan, really this is kind of interesting, and we can talk on this, I think, without offending too many people. But it is like that. The culture difference that you see from larger cities to country. It is the population changes. It's just the way it is. But I have to say, you know, I was pretty sheltered when I was younger. I mean, I don't live in the same areas that I did when I was young, you know. But when I grew up, I grew up far north in Michigan, and there was no, you know, you know, different cultures, different colors. It was like 100% white.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I honestly didn't
Oh.
go to school with a single African American kid until I got out of high school and went to like Dunwoody to my like trade school.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's just your environment. You know, yeah, it's not.
I can't say that where I grew up because there was lots of natives, and because my dad was in the Air Force, of course, I think there was a couple of Filipinos, but I never saw a black person until I was at least 16 years old. You know, and
Isn't that crazy? That's just
yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, it's not. I thought about that after, and I thought, man, how sheltered were we? You know,
RoboCop,
just
Detroit, the big three. What
hey,
about Arizona? I think about
yeah,
iced tea, and I think about desert, and I think extremely, extremely hot weather. Like I think like adobe and clay, and the color orange for whatever reason. That's what I
Road
think.
runners.
Yeah, road. There you go, Road Runner. There you go.
the Grand
Yeah,
Canyon.
that's what I think of Arizona. Yeah.
Well, and Mike, don't take this the wrong way either, but when I think of Arizona, I think of just, you know, people that retire down to the warm weather down there. Well, that's where my grandparents went anyway.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah, Arizona over the last decade or so has been a really, really hot spot. You know, I think that their economy was booming for a long time. A lot of people like the weather down there. You know, maybe people were getting burnt out or on Florida or wanting to change a venue.
A lot of
yeah,
the people that retired there are dying now, too,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're of that age where they're like in their 80s and their 90s, and they're coming home to die.
There's a
Well,
lot of people in Florida, like a large percentage of their population are retirees, you know, or elderly.
God's waiting room down here.
Yeah, that's right, Sagan. You're right. You're right. You're from Florida. I forgot.
have you got your white pants yet, Mike?
What's that?
Have you got your white pants yet?
White pants.
Yeah, well,
Only when he goes to Miami.
yeah, you got to
Oh,
pull them white pants up to your tits and put
my
on
pink
leather
my
shoes
pink
and pink
t-shirt.
socks. You're good to go.
Couple more years. When I get to your age, that's when I'll start doing it.
Start
Yeah,
wearing
my pants are
sandals and socks.
Although
Yeah.
I almost bought a pair of suspenders the other day. I was thinking of rocking the suspender look.
Oh no.
You know what? Going back to Michigan there for a second. You know, everybody's saying cars, big three cars. You know, it's funny that you say that because it's been a hell of a long time
Since they made cars.
since they really made cars. Everybody thinks Chevy and you think USA.
Yeah.
If you look at it, and I do because I am from Michigan, of course, and I do pay attention to this shit. A Chevy truck, there's only two other cars that have more foreign parts in it than a Chevy, and it's a Nissan and shit. What the hell's a Suzuki? I believe.
Really?
Toyota had the most American parts in it for a long time, which everybody doesn't believe, but it's true. And then Ford started to match them, and I think it was like 75 to over 75 to 77% American parts in the Fords. So they went up there and they matched Toyota. I mean, back in the 80s, I mean, of course, Chevy trucks were American. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they're not anymore, dude. They're Mexican and they're foreign. They're not American made anymore. And
Yep.
you know, some people in Michigan, anyway, since I'm here, I'll talk on it. There's some people in Michigan that, you know, give GM crap because, you know, they took a big bailout. You know,
Yeah.
the government, everybody knows, GM took a big bailout from the government, and then, you know, they had a ton of money overseas that was hidden from everything, right? And then after that, after they got the bailout from the government, they put like $6 billion into factories in China.
Yeah.
Billion with a B, yeah. So that's why a lot of people were giving Ford a lot of props because out of the big three, Ford was the only one that didn't take the bailout, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They used their own money, you know what I mean? They didn't suck off the teat, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah, anyways, but I will say one thing, and I do know people personally that have businesses that build factories. Okay, I'll just say that. And since Trump's been in office, they're bringing millions and millions and millions of dollars back to Michigan, and they are creating multiple plants here back in the state now. And
That's
it's because
good.
of him. And it's because of him.
And that's good, and I want jobs back here, but that kind of brings me back to somewhat of my point with if we have the jobs here and we have manufacturing here, those are going to require some skilled labor, and they're going to want anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour, correct?
Yep.
Well, it's not skilled by any means, but yeah, they're going to get $15 to $20 an hour.
Okay, so if all this stuff is being done right now overseas and is being done where they can pay their workers 40 cents an hour, I don't see how we're going to be able to compete with the product when we have to charge so much more for ours because we're paying our workers so much more.
Much more. Well, even getting back to what Supplement was saying about the percentage of auto parts in a car, Colonel Auctioneer, he delivers auto parts for a living, and I believe he delivers for Chevrolet. And I think he said that most of the parts that he's delivering are made in Canada.
Yep. You know, you want to know what's funny is that I own Chevys. I've owned tons of Chevys. Okay, tons of Chevys, and I have Chevy in my driveway right now. But I also own Toyota, and you know, a lot of people give me grief about that, and then I look at them and I'm like, look, because there's a lot of people, and I won't go into a long rant because then I'll have to explain it all and it'll offend people. But if I give you all the facts, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. But you know, there's a lot of people that work for automotive companies in the state, and they obviously don't realize that so many parts come from out of the country.
Out of the country.
And they always give me grief about the union stuff, and I won't get into that. But then they give me grief about the Toyota, and I'm like, look, I have a Toyota that has more American parts in it than your truck. I paid, you know, X amount of thousands of dollars less for that Toyota than you did for your Chevy. So I have more money that I'm putting back into my local economy, which of course anybody that knows me personally knows that I give pretty much all the money I possibly can to local mom and pop shops. I always go local for everything. And I stay away from big box stores and all that because I'm like that. And then plus I save so much money in gas. All the money that I'm saving in gas, I'm putting back in the local economy. So by me buying my Toyota and saving money from the car and saving money from my gas, I'm putting more money back into America, back into the local economy than they are spending their money on that Chevy that they're giving me shit about.
Yep.
But I do have a new Chevy pickup, so I mean I will say that too. But there's so many people are so misconstrued with their facts. You know what I mean? It's got to educate some people sometimes.
Well, I don't know. I personally have a thing with the unions that, you know, unions back in the 40s and the 50s and the early 60s, they did great work.
Yep.
And they got people out of terrible conditions. But you know what? In 2018, there is no need for a union. We have labor laws to protect workers now. And
hey, sorry, Mike, I'm gonna interrupt you for just a second. See you later, Scully. Hope you feel better, buddy.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. I didn't want to miss that.
No.
But yeah, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, unions had their time, but enough. And if we got, I'm sorry for saying this, but if we got rid of union, I bet you would see a 10% drop in prices.
Well, that is, you know, union is just as politics, as religion, as anything else, and I can tell you why. Because most of America are blue collar companies. Most blue collar companies are union, and they've preached and beat it into everybody's head that, you know, without the union they wouldn't have a job, they wouldn't have their wages, you know, things would get expensive. They'd be making $10 an hour instead of 20. and they stomp, 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 and they preach that, and they really push the people, and it's a lot of fear mongering, to be honest. And I've worked for companies that are union and non-union, and the company that I work for right now is a union company, and I personally opt out of it. At Michigan here, they made it legal so we could opt out. I do opt out. And that goes back to personal beliefs, and I don't know if I really want to get into too much of it, because I may get a lot of people that may disagree, or because unless you have time to really have that conversation and explain all your views, and some people may take offense to it, and you may say 2 words of your paragraph and they're already offended, and then they don't listen to the rest. So I don't like to talk too much politics, but me personally, in my own experience, some people have had great experience. This is only my experience. This doesn't happen to be with anybody else's. In my experience, I've always done better at non-union companies. In my experience, the unions have always protected the weak workers that everybody else has to work twice as hard to lift up, because they suck, and you can't get rid of them because of the rules. Every job I've ever had, if you did a good job, you moved up.
Yep.
If you did a good job, you keep your job.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Stack and AG, you must be pretty unioned up, eh?
Yeah, that's what he's real quiet, and I don't want to offend him, because I know he's a plumber, so he probably is union.
Well, and that would be one of the most least things I would get offended about, because I mean, I've realized over the years that, like, the people that work in the unions, I mean, we're all just hardworking, good people, just like non-union workers are. Okay. The only thing that I think are bad about unions is your business agents and your guys that think that they need to be the ones schmoozing with the politician, or schmoozing with your business agent. The guys that are misappropriating the funds. Like, so our one of our business agents, he took, I think, like 17 grand out of our pension fund and used it to roof his mom's house.
That's not good.
He got busted, and he ended up going to prison for misappropriating funds and stuff like that, and for embezzling, doing whatever. But that's the thing that I don't like about unions, as far as
and the sad sleeping. How cute.
So, I'll expand on that a little bit, because I know I kind of lit the fire in this. I should probably explain myself a little bit better. To answer hippies, does anybody give me crap for not being in the union? No. Because when they, anybody says anything to me, and I don't want to get too personal, because I really don't want to get into what I do for a living and everything else.
No.
But I can tell you that our union is absolutely pointless. Where I work, we are not allowed to strike, and we, due to the nature of my job, we are not allowed to go to arbitration, however you say that. So if you have zero power when you go into your contract talks, because you cannot strike and you can't go to an arbitrator, then the union has literally zero power. They cannot do anything. And you can sit at that bargaining table, and they can bring in a mediator, but a mediator can't make the company do anything.
True.
So you can sit there and go back and forth for 3 weeks, and at the end of the day, the main union guy from whatever local UAW that we're from comes up from down major city and says, "Listen, guys, you guys can vote no all you want, but they can do whatever they want." So basically, I stood up and I said, "Well, if we have no rights, then why are we paying you anything? You know what I mean? Why are we even here talking about this?" And from that day on forward, I opted out, and I said, "This is ridiculous. I mean, why would you have a union if it has zero power? That's retarded. So you guys are getting money from us for nothing."
Right. And that's like our local 10 and local 15 unions. They're basically I've been on the picket lines before. I've gone on strike, and we've gotten things resolved. And I mean, there are some good guys in the union that are fighting for the workers, because they're the guys that were apprentices, that became journeymen, that became masters, that became somehow high up in the local there. But the guys that just kind of get appointed or are able to just wine and dine their way in there. It's like those guys are the ones that are bad for the unions.
Well, let me tell you this too, Stack, and then it may change your opinion just a little bit. I've heard upwards of 60% of the union dues that they take out of your paycheck go to the Democratic Party, meaning they go to Hillary Clinton, and they go to Planned Parenthood, and people that back abortion, and people that back gun laws, and people that attack your Second Amendment, and everything else that the liberals do. And you're paying for it, and you're paying for it. So me personally, I can't pay for it.
And I'll tell you this much too, that I understand that they do what they do, but I haven't one time. The only time I've ever voted for a Democrat was when I was in 97 or 96, whatever the year was, because I was in high school.
Yeah.
Senior year, I got to vote. I voted for Clinton. And after that, I've never, ever, ever voted Democrat again. Somebody could pull my voting record up and look at it. That was the only one time, and I would never vote Democrat again, even though they were pumping it. I mean, they would tell us that, because you go to your monthly meetings and stuff like that, and they tell you, this is the guy you got to vote for, this is the girl you got to vote for, and they tell you why. And the only thing that didn't really matter to me is that the only difference between a Democrat and a Republican, honestly, is just their animal. I mean, they've all flip-flopped their positions over the centuries. In the 70s, it was Republicans were going one way, Democrats were going the other. 80s come, it all just depends on who's in power at the time and who wants to do what. I mean, I don't agree with Planned Parenthood. I think it's a bullshit thing. And there's been, getting back to the black community, like there's been more black babies that have been aborted from that hellhole than there has been any other race. So, and then it's a democratically funded, corporation, whatever you want to call them, that's supposed to be on the side of the black man or black woman or African American. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say it however.
I don't think they're necessarily on the side of minorities. They're just on the side of people that have, how should I say? Well, let me back up. I'm going to back up 2 steps, okay? Even if your company didn't have a union, all companies, union or non-union, still go by your state regulations and state laws. They still can't just fire you for no reason. They still can't not hire you because you're a minority. All people are under those laws. You don't need a union for that.
Yep.
Those are state laws. Those aren't union laws.
True. And some of them are even federal laws.
Yeah, and some are even exactly. Minimum wage or maybe not minimum wage that's state, right? But
right.
There's certain federal work conditions, length of hours that you can work, years, your age that you can work by, all those. But everybody, even in a non-union place, it's all honestly, dude. First, I know you just from listening to you talk, and for all the stuff that you believe in and you get upset and struck by, the whole union thing, it's a money grab, dude. It's a money grab. It's a power. It's lining politicians' pockets. It's all BS, man. It just like GPO said, it ain't the 1940s anymore. You know what I mean? They're not going to bring people in for 30 cents. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not going to lose your job. You're not going to lose your job. If the union went away, you wouldn't lose your job. But I see it, though. I see it. They come in there just like you said. You have monthly meetings where they come in there and they pound it into everybody's head. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your wage. You're going to lose your benefits. You're going to lose this. It's all fear mongering, dude. That's what it is, and they scare everybody shitless into backing.
Backing AG.
Yeah.
You're a union a master plumber.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me a good deal on some crack?
I got it hanging out at the back of my pants.
Plumber's crack?
That was the hardest part of the plumber's test. You got to have a 2.5 inch above your belt buckle.
Yeah, well, I like the one there with the bricks on her butt.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows over there, hippie, I didn't take any offense. Anybody can say anything they want to me, dude. It's
That's right.
I'm such an easygoing guy. Nobody's gonna offend me. You can tell me I'm full of shit, that you love unions and I'm an idiot. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm totally cool. I won't hate you. You know what I mean? I'm so easygoing, and I don't want to offend anybody else either. You know.
Everybody's allowed an opinion. Nobody gets.
I don't think anybody's said anything necessarily that anybody should really be offended about. Like, I could see people maybe like taking a double glance or maybe something like that if they wanted to, but none of us have said anything, and we didn't say it in a demeaning tone either. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but it really just goes down to personal preference. You know what I mean? And to me, being a religious person, you know, and not a lot of people are religious nowadays. But me, conscious, morals, my ethic, and I'm saying this for me, okay? I'm not judging anybody else. I'm not saying what anybody else should do. I can't pay, you know, and I think I've told you this before. I can't pay. I can't give from my paycheck to support abortion. I can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. It goes against everything that I believe in. And you know, I'm not going to tell other people what they can and can't do. I don't judge anybody. This is me, my household, my family. This, you know, I don't look down on anybody else that has had that done or does it or thinks differently than me. All I do is go by, you know, what I believe in. I don't, you know, so I don't push that off on other people, but I personally can't pay for it.
And that's very respectful, man. I respect you for it.
Yeah.
Were you raised Catholic?
No, I'm not Catholic. I'm actually Episcopalian, but it's basically Catholic, I guess. Church of England.
Spell that one. Oh, Silver Hippie says, I'm an ordained minister, so I get that completely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
Another nice kind of thing about the union is just like, it gives it a place for guys that aren't necessarily, like, I'm not an idiot, but I'm not a whiz as far as like with numbers. I don't have time to be watching the stocks or to be watching like the latest stuff. Like I've got kind of other things that I'm more interested in, like family stuff. Just like you, I'm not trying to say anything like that, but like my, you know, that I got a pension set up through the union, and like that there are some good aspects to it. And like I said, the workers are good, but you know, just like anything, the higher up you go, the more money you make, the seedier it gets, and
the higher your union dues.
Oh yeah, you know, religious beliefs aside, okay, it's not all bad, dude. You know, there's pros and cons to both sides, and I guess I should state that as well. You know, there are pros and cons to both sides. You know, there really is. And you know, there's people that have had, you know, much different experiences than I've had, you know, whether maybe it saved their job or, you know, it did something, you know, really good for them or their family or their paycheck. You know what I mean? I just have not personally experienced that, but I know there's pros and cons to both sides. And I know, you know, I know some people out there get taken advantage of by companies and they don't have a voice or somebody to, you know, back them up. You know, I get that. I totally get that.
No, I can remember I used to have my Uncle Henry, and he worked for the Canadian National, CNR, Canadian National Railroad, like way back in the day. And I can remember him talking when the unions first come in, and he said, if you didn't join that union way back in the day, he says, you got dragged. They would come to your house, drag you outside, and beat you in front of your house until you joined the union. They'd do it repeatedly. Until you joined the union. And that's in Canada, in a little town like 50 miles from here. So, but no, they had their time. I mean, unions were necessary, absolutely necessary. But now they're not so necessary. I mean,
it all goes to money, Mike. If you look at their power, where do they get their power? They get their power from controlling the people, because controlling the people costs the company money. It's all about money.
Because every company could have an employees association in that particular company. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Stacking AG, his company could have an association that helps protect him.
Yeah.
But like you said, they'll never let go of power.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
not
No,
go with it.
I've thought about like going on my own and just being my own plumber and do my own thing. It's just like right now with the boys being how young they are.
You don't have protection.
Right.
No,
Well, you have a pension set up. You have a bunch of stuff that if you gave that up, you'd lose your pension and everything else. And that's how they get you, man. They get you right in your pocketbook.
Yep, that's the way it works.
No, and like I said, they get you, but I mean, for how little I'm honestly putting out. I mean, it's not like, let's not make it seem like dues are $500-600 a month. So I mean,
No, you're right. You're totally right.
But I mean, they are there are some unions that are bad, and there are some very bad aspects of the union, and the biggest thing that you brought light to is just where the money goes. And
Yep.
that, I mean, there's other bad things that it goes to, but then like I said, it's all in whose agenda needs to be driven is where the money goes. And right now, because the Democrats are so in shambles, and it's an easy money. I mean, it's easy money for them to have somebody come in, and if you got insurance, it's even easier because they can milk the insurance companies for it. And if somebody doesn't have it, they figure out a payment plan, and now they've got that person hooked to be paying them money every month for something that didn't need to necessarily happen.
I can tell you
Like
right
if
now,
if a chick is raped, like to me that's horrible, and she should not have to have that kid. Now, if you're just a high school kids that are messing around and you get her knocked up or whatever, to me you should deal with what you did. If it means becoming a dad and mom at 18, well, maybe that was God's plan. Maybe it's just a messed up situation. It is what it is. It's like, deal with it.
Okay.
well, yeah,
I want to, just for story supplement, to show you how much I pay. Is Trump a Republican or a Democrat?
Republican.
Now he's a Republican, but
Okay.
before he became a Republican, he was a registered Democrat.
Okay. That's how much I pay attention to politics. So
Yeah.
it just
And that's I'll let you get back to supplement if you wanted to say anything on top of what I said, but there is really honestly no difference between the Democrats and Republicans aside from just maybe a few different agendas, and I don't know if not voting or not following something, you're gonna feel better, and you're gonna, I think it's more of a respectable way to go about it, supplement the way you are, but I mean, it's just feels like it's an uphill battle either way.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle, and the way that I can add to that too is like everybody has their opinion on, if we're going to go back to the abortion topic, everybody has their opinion on what's acceptable, right? When there's an acceptable time. Some people, if you look at hardcore Catholics, they don't even believe in contraception, right?
Right.
I think that's I don't agree with that whatsoever. But what I will say is, if somebody gets raped, they're usually not waiting until the 20th week to get rid of that baby, right?
True.
They're not waiting for a few months until it's viable. Right now is basically, I'll tell you this: after 7 days, after the egg attaches to the wall, it's an 80% viable pregnancy. Okay, after a week.
And when does
80%.
the heartbeat start?
I don't. You know what? You're asking me a question that I haven't looked up in a while. I do work in healthcare. I had those classes but I haven't been through those classes in a long time.
I want to say it's fairly soon, or like 3 weeks.
It's
or
very
6 weeks
soon.
or
It's very soon for when they can feel, when they form, when all that stuff, and when they go in. Right now, I think. First of all, I don't like it, period. But I mean, you can go in so late now that they literally have to go in there with forceps and snip the body in chunks, like rip off arms and legs and stuff to get it out.
And then on top of it, they sell them. They sell those baby parts. That's what that whole hidden camera was about, the whole Planned Parenthood thing.
And you want to know, and excuse my language, Mike, and I apologize, but that's how you know the world is fucked.
fucked up.
That stuff came out They had proof that they were literally chopping babies up and selling the parts, and the world didn't even give two squirts, dude.
No one flinched. Nope.
Everybody is so desensitized to everything nowadays. You know, I don't mean to sound like all up on my soapbox here right now, but I just want to make this point. Everybody is so freaking desensitized. Like, sit somebody down, look somebody in the face and say, I just chopped a baby into pieces and I sold the fucking parts.
While sitting over dinner,
You know,
they're sitting there eating their
while you're eating pasta.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Head New Misfits. I know it's a really you know, it does invoke strong emotions in people, and this is why, you know, debates are so intense, right? What I would say is, again, I don't judge anybody. I don't do anything. What I would say to people is, please just educate yourself. That's all I say. You know, don't be desensitized to it. Don't think everything you see is fake. Just educate. Don't take my word for it. You know, educate yourself. Actually look at what happens, what goes on every single day. Just educate yourself. You know, that's all I'll say about it, because that's really the only way that you're going to get through to anybody, is if they actually look into it themselves. They see exactly what goes on. Nobody believes anything that's on the news anymore. Nobody believes anything that comes out, or like these reports where the ladies are laughing and eating their lunch. People just blow that stuff off. They just shrug it off. You know what I mean? It's like out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, that's all. You know, that's all I'll say.
But
just because somebody's against abortion doesn't mean people that, you know, that get raped have to have that baby. You know what I mean? You don't have, you know, there's procedures, there's a day after pill, there's things like that they can utilize, right? You know, you don't have to carry a baby for 20 weeks and then decide, you know, you don't want it anymore.
And I agree with that, because when the baby's heart starts beating, or it's like there has to be an initial, like, soul entering, or some sort of energy form that gets the heart to beat, that gets the neurons in the brain just flowing, that is getting your spinal cord so you can send everything to where it's got to go. So to me, once that has been established, you have a living being inside of you, because I don't know if it has quite became male or female yet at that time. I think that develops later in the gestation process. Yeah,
and you know, the real big barrier, other than the desensitization, it is, you know, the women's rights. Of course, you know, nobody wants to take away from women's rights, and when you turn it into a women's rights argument, you know, everybody puts up this wall, and, you know, they're not going to listen or have any part of the conversation anymore if you think that you're attacking women's rights. You know, it's my body, it's my choice. And I get that. I 110%, you know, I can't empathize, but I can sympathize and you know, tell them I get that. However, once it's alive and it's a baby, it's its own person. Just because, you know, you're holding it, you know, it doesn't mean it's not a person until it pops out. You know what I mean? It has its own rights. You know what I mean? It should be protected. You know what I mean? It's to me, there's no difference. I don't know. Oh, that's pretty deep shit for tonight, guys. I'm sorry that I brought that up and got real deep with you, but
that's enough talking. Okay, Stacking AG, no more.
I'm done.
We want to know what's in the top drawer over there.
In this
way
one?
over there underneath the army, man. Yeah, right there, the top one. You always keep the good stuff in the top drawer, right? Oh, look at those.
Yeah,
Is that America the Beautiful series?
That's the 2010 America the Beautiful series.
5 ounces?
Yep.
Wow. Beauty.
I just saw the pre-sale for the Michigan one coming out, and I wasn't digging it too much.
I'm kind of happy the Minnesota one, because Voyager National Park is up by my grandparents' place. I've been there a lot of times.
Dean Shute, he's wrapping packages up, getting them ready for the mail. Oh, sweet. Is that whole thing full of those?
Yeah, from 2010 up to this year.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Man.
I'm shining.
You have a
Polish
complete set of those?
Polishing. There you go. Sorry, what
You
you
have I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was asking Stack in there. You have a complete set?
Yes, sir.
All the way from the start?
All the way from the start. That's one of the first.
Yeah, big pimping over here. Holy
Yeah.
cow. That's a nice set, buddy.
He's balling, man.
Yeah, he's a baller, man.
I'm just a modest plumber who knows the value of $1, and I don't. My vehicle's a 2004 Excursion. We
What's your dollar anyway?
Those are the 13s, right?
these are the 13s.
Yeah.
Nice. What
That's
is
when I got into stacking was that year.
5 a year?
5
Yep.
a year.
Wow.
So when did you start buying those, buddy?
2011. I didn't get in on the first year, but I did get it right on the second year.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah. That's why I didn't go back, man. I didn't want to go back and buy that Hawaii and buy the other ones that were out of control. And then they started getting real, because I have, I think I have all the 14s and all the 15s, and I got doubles and triples of some of them. But I stopped because the mintages went out of control and the quality kind of stunk a little bit. But yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
the reason I kept going was because the price went down. They became a lot more affordable. And,
Yeah, heck yeah. Hey, let me see that one again.
It's toned, it looked like, eh?
Yeah, let me see that one again if you don't mind.
The one on the upper right, is that toned?
No, I think it's just the.
That's the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, the Shenandoah.
Nice.
Yep, this is the year that I got doubles. I got 3 of those arches.
Those are so nice in the 5-ounce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Slacker Stacker, we can't hear you if you're talking, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Slacker Stacker?
Well, he's been here for a while, but I've noticed he hasn't said anything. He was just saying, is my mic on? And he's not muted.
He's got the whole set, hippie.
Yes, he does. It's an amazing set, yeah.
The Hawaii is that 11? Is Hawaii 11?
I think so.
He says, I forget the year, but the year with Hawaii are worth a lot.
Yeah, that whole year is worth a lot, I think.
2012.
Is it okay?
Dude.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Now we can, yep.
All right, okay. It was a button on this thing. I kept trying to ask questions and stuff, and it's like, Jesus, Mom, am I even here or what?
No, we're just ignoring you.
Oh, come on, be honest. You were thinking those bastards are they're ignoring me.
I was
I
going on a big rant.
Yeah.
I figured that supplement just didn't like me.
Oh, we didn't hear anything. Were you talking?
You didn't make it.
Yeah, I was asking questions.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we didn't hear any of it, buddy. I would never ignore you.
No, and I just said hi because I just saw your
Yeah.
avatar.
Can you see the little
you
side
must
thing?
have muted yourself.
Well, it's a little thing on the cord of this headset. Obviously, the button got hit, shut me off.
Yeah, because you weren't muted. Like there was no mute thing on your.
Yeah, I see the little side thing. Is my mic
I
on?
saw it when it said boo, but I didn't see your second one.
Nope.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I didn't. Now I see it. Yeah, I didn't see your second one pop up.
I guess that's why he said boo, and I said boo.
He said, can you guys hear me? He said, can you guys hear me 20 minutes ago, and I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I was on a rant there, and I didn't mean to do that. But
No, that's good. I had a question, but Mike shut us down on that subject. So
we'll talk. We'll talk when we're off air. I don't want Mike to get mad, not let me come back.
Never happened.
Well, and like I said, it's better than silence, and Mike does a good job of kind of keeping the chats kind of going and stuff.
Well,
like that,
I have a question for you too. Those coins you're showing in the drawers, are those 10-ouncers? Is that a 10-ounce set?
No, 5-ounce.
Yeah.
Oh, 5-ouncers. Okay. I thought they made some 10-ouncers like that too.
I don't think so, but they could have. But I know they do a bullion set, a mint set. I'm not sure if they do a proof set or not. But kind of getting back to what you were saying, supplement about the quality of them. I did get a few, and most of them I bought from Atmex. And if I ever had an issue with them, like if I got one that was milk spotted, I just sent it back. you know.
Yeah, that's the great thing about AppMex, man. You know, you may get a bunch of crap from them, but they'll take it back and give you another one.
Yep. So I only really honestly had to do that maybe like 4 times. And, you know, when I would buy them, I'd kind of wait and buy like 2 or 3 at a time just so that I didn't have to mess with a whole bunch of different packages at once.
Hey, AG Scott's Kiwi just showed up. Stacking AG, do you like money?
I love money.
Okay. Dean Shoot says, Stacking AG, when are you sending me a bill?
Oh, for the gun. I should go get that. I gotta do a little more cleanup on it yet. It's not ready to go out. Once it's all cleaned up and everything,
Well, now that y'all can hear me, at least let me say, hi, Kiwi. It's good to see you.
How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Hear you.
Must be early in the morning there. Or very late at night. Aren't they like 7 hours ahead? Yep. There you go. Slacker Stacker. Silver Hippie says, no, just 5 ounces, no proofs.
I love proofs.
We still got 13 people hanging around. God. No, 18:30. That means 6:30 in the morning. 18:30? Isn't that 6:30 at night?
Oh, that's 6:30 at night. 18:30.
18
Military.
30
yeah.
p.m., Mike.
Yeah, it's 6:30 p.m. Yeah. So, oh yeah, they're tomorrow. That's right. They're that far ahead.
Yeah, whoa, easy. Oh.
You okay, Stacking?
The Glenn Levis is getting to me.
I like your He-Man. I like your He-Man in the background, buddy.
You only have one drink.
Get over there. Stay, you stupid camera.
Stacken's got cool stuff, man. He's got He-Man. He's got a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying in a comment on one of my Steam things that I was starting to become competition on the coolest board setup. Bull. Look at that board he's got, man. I mean, that's cool.
You'll never beat the cheeks, man. He's got everybody with those cheeks.
Yep.
That's my secret weapon.
I noticed the bear gets the crooked bum.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. I was in the UPS store today.
Yeah.
And apparently you can take a picture in there. And they got this printing machine that's about 3 feet wide. And they can print you up like big pictures.
Ooh, so you could get like your own custom background, you're saying?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I'm gonna do a A.G. Randall kind of a shelf on my desk here.
So I got to do a little more cleanup on this, and then this will be ready to go to Blue Light Bandit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
How big is that?
Probably like 7 or 3/4 of an ounce.
That's what she said.
I mean, what's the dimensions? How long is that gun?
Oh, here you go. I'll put there's my finger. So not almost as long as my pointer finger.
I would love to put that right there next to that Tommy.
It's got a built-in bezel or loop, whatever. I just got to take a drill.
Bale, I think. Is that a bale?
A lot of cleanup.
Bale, yep. The bale.
Get rid of that little. That's where I went in with it. That was where the sprue was there. So I went in.
Dean Shoot says, damn, I love the detail.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of those and put that with the Tommy.
That's not tumbled yet, eh, Stacking?
It's not tumbled, and like I said, there's a couple spots that I gotta clean up a little bit more around here and make it look nice and shiny. The bear would not be happy with it.
Down a little.
Yeah, I got my Transformers, got my He-Mans.
I was going to ask you about that.
Stacking's got the coolest bench. That's the coolest setup. I love all the little toys and gizmos and stuff with this, along with the silver.
Thanks, brother.
Makes it just twice as interesting.
Gotta have cool stuff.
You're into comic books, man?
Oh man, package. We did it. Well, he kind of gifted them to me, and I sent him some silver for doing it. But yeah, that shiny package gave me those. He's such an awesome guy.
Yeah. I'm not into comic books at all. Never have been, but I have some, and I don't know where the heck I got them. I got them for free at some point in time, and I just never threw them away. Now, one of these times I do a trade with one of you guys, I'll send them to you. They're old. They're all the Thundercats comics. You know, like there's probably like a stack of like 7, 8, 9 of them, like all Thundercats. You know, like
with
the first
Rhino
one.
and Pantera and Chiquita.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know where the hell they come from, but I'll give them to one of you guys.
What do you got there, Sagan?
Thundercats. Oh.
Isn't that Iron Man?
Yeah, it's Iron Man.
Oh wait, who's it?
That's Voltron, isn't it?
No, sorry. Oh, that's Slacker Stacker. I thought it
Oh,
was
that's Iron Man. Yeah.
Sagan. Damn, sorry, Mike.
That's okay.
You're holding up. It's a gun.
Yeah, I saw him holding up a gun too.
Gun. It's a little red Iron Man thing.
So your AK is a little over an ounce, right?
Yeah, they come. I've been getting them anywhere from like 1.1 to 1.25 ounce.
Okay. Yeah, because this is just under an ounce. But yours looked like it was longer than your finger, is or as long as your finger?
Yeah, it is. Let's see if I can.
Okay. Stacking definitely has the best background, but I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. Who isn't a Pink Floyd fan? And I went, hey, Stacking, I was in the Winnipeg Arena today, and Santana's coming in March.
Ooh, Santana is awesome, man. I saw him with my brother.
I'm thinking of just going by myself.
Was that a little
the
gnome?
keychain that I got to work
Yeah,
with.
well, no.
And it's about it's the same.
Same one I got.
Yeah.
Pretty
Same
close.
exact-
Pretty close. Yours is a little bit longer, I think, because mine doesn't quite go. If I put it on the tip of my finger, I'm a little bit short.
Yeah. You got those big giant mitts, though.
Okay, maybe.
Same.
Does yours have a bail on the end there, the little loop?
I cut it off.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, this was kind of a cool lot. It was like a whole bunch of keychains from China I ordered up. I think you got like 20 of them for $20 for $20 or something like that. It was like $1.
That's exactly what I got, and I got a few jet planes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're definitely from China. You know how I know?
The RPG.
They glow in the dark.
No, it actually says China on it. Look it.
Oh, it does. Oh, look at that, eh?
Oh, look at that.
I forgot out loud. Eh? The C.H. Ina Company.
China.
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 And I also got these two. These are quite bigger, though.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
That's more Scully size.
That'll be interesting to get the scope there.
Is that
And-
like hot metal or are those silver?
No, I haven't poured these yet. These are still just keychains.
Oh, nice. Yep.
That's a nice one, yeah.
This one's going to be fun.
Yeah. Lots of undercuts.
Grumpy cat.
Is this the same one?
Somebody knew who it was.
A little bit. Yep, just a smaller.
Wait till we're off the air, buddy. I got something to show you.
All right, but I got a few little toys around here. They're not all on the bench, but you know, Iron Man, Grumpy Cat. I love Grumpy Cat.
Yeah,
My little
That's one we got.
I've got dragons all over.
Getting to be that time.
time is it, Mike?
It's 11:35.
Yeah, 12:30 here. Yeah, it's getting late.
So
Got 15. Now, does that 15 include us? Or is
no,
that 15 just side chat?
no, that's side chat.
15 in side chat, yeah.
13.
Who's all lurking over there?
I got Dean
Hippie,
Schmidt's got
Kiwi.
Philip Wheeler, Silver Hippie.
Got some lurkers.
Hidden Misfits is somebody over there. He's always lurking. A
Got a
friend,
drag-
good. I know that.
Just saw. Yeah, got a bunch of dragons, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All over the place, man.
Jeez. Do you got a dragon tattoo?
No tats.
You didn't want to be the guy with the dragon tattoo?
Tattoo.
But yeah, everybody on the YouTube. Scully says I'm in bed listening. You were supposed to be sleeping, man. We were talking about you. Not. But
What's up, Skull Dog?
get better. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, Dean Lorman said to say hi to everybody. He's as sick as an old dog. He's got the flu.
Oh, got over.
Yeah, he sounded like a bag of shit when I phoned him.
Wow,
Moko.
Oh,
that's a very distinct sound, Mike.
what's that?
That's a very distinct sound.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so
I thought,
if you watch this tomorrow, get better, buddy. And everybody on the YouTube side, have a good night. Take care and come back next week. We'll be here.
Good night, everyone.
See you later, everybody.
Buddy.
Good night.